Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
Why do I do what I do? You know, my life coach asked me that a few years ago. And she said, Tony, what's your why? And I told her, and she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. Perhaps you need a new why.
Hi, Tony Harris, Amy Hoydu with Say It Said Marketing, one of your students. And just wanted to say thank you, Tony Harris, for spending so much time with me and giving me that boost in my business that I so drastically needed.
My why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource. I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. That's what I do best.
So, first thing you got to do is show up. And speaking is a way to magnetically attract your ideal client to you. How many of you use social media that way? Absolutely, and this is how you look to the world. Drastic steps are the steps that are needed to be successful. And my business is drastic denotes a mindset. Getting out of your comfort zone. Doing something that you don't necessarily feel comfortable doing, want to do, but you know it's a necessary step to be successful in your business.
I get the most satisfaction when I see my connections flourishing into relationships long after I am gone.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Augustine with Media Jasmine, and I've joined several networking and referral groups in the area. And Network in Action Northeast Houston with Tony Harris Taylor is one of the best organizations that I've joined.
I love that piece of what I do, and it is what fuels my fire. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpo.com. blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Crystal Gomez. I am your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our next speaker is Andrea Young. Andrea Young was born abroad to military parents. She was raised in church and taught work ethic, community service, and being the change. She joined the Army after attending Spelman College and became the first female voice of the 3rd U.S. Infantry in Fort Myer, Virginia. Then she went on to start a nonprofit community of social entrepreneurs and become an influencer. In that time, she has spoken on countless stages at military events, conferences, training events, classrooms, churches, and hosts an online talk show serving thousands. You may know her as the sugar-free coach or the social entrepreneur. I present to you Andrea Young.
Grand Rising, everyone.
Welcome
to my talk. Lead well, live well, serve well. I'm Andrea Raquel Young, recently married. Many of you know me as Andrea Raquel. I'm also known as the social entrepreneur, as you heard. I'm a leadership and wellness advocate. I'm also a veteran and an ASPE. If you don't know what an ASPE is, that means I am on the autism spectrum, on the high end, which is considered Asperger's. And again, Grand Rising. You may know me as the Sugar-Free Coach, and throughout this talk, feel free to engage with me online. I will respond. Use the hashtag Living Sugar Free. Follow me everywhere at Sugar-Free Coach. And let me say right off the bat, I am so truly honored to be here with you all today. Thank you so much, Dr. Kelly, for the opportunity. And thank you so much to David Jones for thinking of me. I've been at this for quite a while. And I'm going to take you on a transformative journey of resilience, some highs and lows, but ultimately of empowerment. You know, life often throws us curveballs, and they're curveballs. So you don't know what they're coming. You don't know that they're coming. You can have the best laid plans. You can have the best strategies in place. But it's our ability to bounce back that defines us. It's really not about the strategies. Now, keep in mind, this is coming from someone who, as you heard, I was in the military. I was a public affairs coordinator for the 3rd Infantry. I went to broadcasting school and public affairs school with the Defense Information School in Washington, D.C. So that's a whole lot of, dotting I's and crossing T's, okay? I also studied psychology and marketing in school. I did strategy. I did banking. I did all the blah, 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 dot your I's, cross your T's. And I'm telling you that it is your ability to bounce back that's bigger than all of that. Again, I'm Andrea Raquel Young. I'm a proud social entrepreneur. And if you don't know what that means that if you're an entrepreneur that uses your business planning, strategy, resources for social good, not just for the dollar, okay? I'm also a wellness advocate. I have a wealth of information and wellness resources. I am not the sugar-free coach because of that, believe it or not. I'm the sugar-free coach because I tell it like it is. I am a Gen Xer. And if y'all remember, tell it like a TI is, that was one of my favorite sayings back then. I'm a believer in the incredible inner power that we all possess. And that's a blank statement, okay? I believe in using superpowers for good. And I believe in training leaders and developing heroes. I've been known to be called Professor X because I'm the leader's leader and coach's coach. Oftentimes, the message may seem a little rough, but please know it may not be for you right now, but it doesn't mean it won't ever be. So just put it in your tool bag and carry it with you for later, okay? So today, I'm here to show you or talk to you because I don't really have any visuals, you all, but I'm pretty animated when I want to be. So I think that I'm going to be able to illustrate for you through some stories, some examples, maybe a few case studies, how resilience is the key to leading well, living well, and serving well. That's a question. I want you to ponder it as I'm talking, because I want you to ponder whether resilience is the key to leading, living, and serving well, or is leading, living, and serving well the key to resilience, which begets more leading, living, and serving well. Okay, so again, who am I? I've worn many hats, but one of my most defining chapters was being the first female voice of the 3rd U.S. Infantry. And you can determine my resilience, if I'm a good example of this topic, by right now. I don't have any pictures to show you. However, you can Google. And one of the things that we're going to talk about today that I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up is why I'm going to need to give you very specific things to Google, okay? We're going to talk about a lot of really amazing resources today that we have at our fingertips, not just for overcoming some challenges, but also too for, today's marketplace. So over my journey as the first female voice of the 3rd U.S. Infantry, my job was first and foremost that I did public affairs for the 3rd Infantry, which is the military honor guard at the Army's Fort Myer unit at Arlington National Cemetery. I want to make sure that I give it to you in terms that you'll understand right outside of the military, because a lot of the stuff that I may say that has to do with the military, you don't care about. But what you might remember is if you've ever been to Washington, D.C. and visited the statues and the monuments and the military exhibits and things like that, you may have gotten to witness what we call a pageant on the National Mall in the grassy area, where the soldiers dressed in blues give performances, reenactments. You may have also, even at maybe your high school or your college, had a military unit come visit. They had rifles with bayonets on the end of them, and they threw them up in the air and caught them. That's kind of what the big deal is. You may also have seen a historic reenactment for a holiday that we're not even going to mention, that most people don't even celebrate anymore, and several other holidays where you see the old colonial uniforms, and they have these troops that march with the colonial uniforms, and they are a band, and they play the old instruments, the drummer and the flutes and all that kind of stuff. That's the fife and drum corps. So these different units I traveled with, and I was the announcer for. So the voice of the 3rd Infantry is the announcer for all of those things, as well as if you go to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, I was there at the same time as the first female tomb guard. And they announce every wreath ceremony and special events that they have there, as well as at the White House and at the Pentagon. So retirement ceremonies and different things like that. So you can go to my website, sugarfreecoaching.com, for any reference to anything that I mentioned, just in case I forget to say it 50 times. But I also have links where you can go and kind of check out some of my military service, as well as on social media, of course. Hopefully you'll follow me everywhere. And then there's also a C-SPAN video that somehow has managed to still be floating out there with me on there doing I believe it was like the 50th anniversary of the armed 50th anniversary. I want to say it was the 50th anniversary of the integration of the armed forces, but I did that one, and then there was something else. So not sure. But anyway, it's on C-SPAN. You can go find those links. So doing virtual talks, I love real world, real life examples. Okay. So we're going to talk about what we're doing while we're talking about what I did, while we're talking about what you're going to be doing. Okay. It's train the trainer. Okay. Feel free to implement this into your processes if you are not already. But one of the best ways that you can help people to understand how to do something is to show them what it looks like. Okay. So you go first. And that is like one of the oldest sayings that I have adopted probably from my military service. Some of them are going to go back even before I was even in the military, right? Because I believe that military families serve as well. So I'm also currently doing a series that actually this talk is the inspiration for. It's called Voices of Resilience, Children and Spouses of Veterans. Because as a Gen Xer, we have some probably boomers in the audience. We probably have some millennials and even some Gen Z in the audience. And I'm here to tell you all that this topic relates to all of us, even if you don't realize it. Even if your immediate parent, sibling, or spouse isn't in the military or wasn't, guaranteed grandparent, uncle. We are a generation collectively of military brats. And you'll find out more about what that actually means, because it doesn't mean what you think it means. But it is actually adopted from an acronym from the military from way back, from the Brits. So as a social entrepreneur, when I got out of the military, I went back to what I was doing, which was retail. I ended up in banking, long story short. And I founded Better Me Inc. because when the banking industry went, I'm not going to talk about that a lot today, y'all, because we have our own current landscape to look at. You know, we learn a lot from our past. But when all of that was taking place, when I was watching it happen, I knew that I had the opportunity, the privilege, if you will, to be involved in banking and real estate at a very high level, to study things in college and to be a part of real estate development projects and municipalities and local state government things that, you know, a lot of people didn't get to be a part of. And oftentimes, you know, I didn't really like how things went as I was being a part of it. And so I learned a lot through that. I had a advice and counsel person. If you don't know what advice and counsel is, that's the big boy HR, right? That's the enter EEOC. That's who you call before you go and file a complaint, right? Or if it's something that's a big deal that, like, if you don't report it, you're going to get in trouble, kind of thing. When you have certifications and things like that, you are as accountable as whoever else is, even if you're not the one doing it. So I had a advice and counsel person tell me one time, you know, Andrea, people don't want to change. They just want to feel better. And I took that with me. And so when I left banking, I wasn't really interested in jumping back into the same thing. And so this was the second time around that I basically went all the way head first into an industry, only to realize that it left a sour taste in my mouth and I didn't want any parts of it. So we're not going to be a television broadcaster now. We're not going to be, a banker, financial advisor, all of these things that I've done over the years. And I've done a lot of them. I've worn a lot of hats, a lot of hats. And I started off in retail, as you heard, in high school. I worked my way up to retail and management the hard way. This is how I ended up in these positions, because I was good. And I got recruited out of my positions into other companies just by taking good care of people. And so I founded this organization because I just didn't see what I was looking for. I went to many solutions places, organizations, and gatekeepers, if you will. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing, but the gatekeeper is the person that's given the information or the money that's meant to disseminate it, right? And I went to many of those, and not even for the money part. We'll get to that later. And I just didn't find what I was looking for. And when you get exposed to certain things, it becomes harder and harder to find what you're looking for, whether it be in books, classes, collaborations, whatever. And, there's a saying that's circulating right now, been out for a few years. I think it's a perspective shift for many of us. And it's a hard pill to swallow at first when you're marginalized. If you are aware, right, of your quote marginalization, oppression, barriers to entry, and etc., it can be a hard pill to swallow to hear people say, if you don't find the solutions you need, create them. Okay, that could be a hard pill to swallow. Depending on what level you may be at and what you're trying to get to and how far in the hole you are and etc. And sometimes these sayings can just become nothing more than just cliche rhetoric, further smoke screens, right? To keep people chasing something that's really not attainable because it's really not tangible, right? So that's why I started Better Me Inc. I founded this organization because I wanted to let the cat out of the bag. I had seen some things and I had heard some things and I was like, y'all probably didn't let me over here. And I just planned on telling everybody, okay? Our mission for Better Me Inc. is very simple, yet profound. I think it's profound anyway. It's to empower individuals and communities to improve their communities, their businesses, and their lifestyles, one solution at a time. Each one teach one, but first put your oxygen mask on first, right? So it's giving individuals the tools that they need to improve their lives so that they can pay it forward and improve their communities and improve their businesses in the process, thereby improving even more of their community and having more resources, and et cetera, and et cetera, and et cetera, right? I believe that together we are the solution, but certainly we can be responsible for the shift that we want to see in the world. However, what we're talking about today is resilience. And I could talk to you about the resilience that comes with being a melanated woman, who, by the way, has deep roots to Virginia and the Americas and Europe, and has done extensive genealogy research and history and knows things about my family history that doesn't align with the narrative. Okay, so I could sit here and talk all day about the resilience that just comes from those areas. Oh, I put autism in that bag too. I could talk all day about that resilience, but I'm here to talk to you about something, more relevant to you, right? For the past 15 years, I have been working on this vision. Probably about 5 years into it, I started to develop out living sugar-free at Sugar-Free Coach. But originally, it was Better Me Inc., the social entrepreneur. That's why I'm known as the social entrepreneur and Sugar-Free Coach, because originally I was just Andrea Raquel, the social entrepreneur. I didn't even have pictures on the internet. I had little cartoon characters. And that has come that we on a whole nother level now. But I had to make my own back then. But in 15 years, I learned the hard way through doing business and through serving, 2 hard ways. But then I learned more spiritually that it's really not my job to, quote, change the world, change the system. People say it different ways: tear down the patriarchy, save the world, whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's not my job. It's not my job. And I submit that it's not your job either. Okay. It is only our job to live full out our best 100% passion, purpose, and what we perceive that we are here for, right? And allow that to overflow and outpour onto others, our loved ones, our community, our coworkers, etc., right? And every chance we get to pay it forward, right? That paying it forward doesn't have anything to do with saving anybody, right? As you pay it forward, you are faced with opportunities to do so. And if you have developed out your vision, then you already know, what that looks like, okay? So please understand that as we talk about resilience, I'm going to keep it specific, and we're going to talk about business in recent times. But please know that this gray hair is, I was going to say, I'm not just young with gray. I was young with gray hair. It's a thing in my family. Around 25 on my mother's side, the women will get gray. And so I've had this since I was like 26 years old. It is not dye. Okay. It is not dye. This is how my hair naturally grows out of my head. Okay. And I'm 51. I don't mind telling y'all. Okay. I don't mind telling y'all because it's relevant. You need to know when I talk about wellness. You need to know when I talk about gardening. You need to know when I talk about being active and feeling good and not having hormonal issues or back issues from being a veteran. You need to know I'm 51. Okay. So we're going to dive into defining resilience. And talk about it, what it truly means and why it's so important. We're going to talk about some practical tips for building resilience and actionable strategies you can apply right away, as well as the importance of resilience in leadership, wellness, and social entrepreneurship. And it's a circular point. Please understand that. I hope that I take you on this journey and bring it on back around. Okay. Resilience isn't just a buzzword. Okay. It's a lifeline. It's like putting investments, it's like putting a 401k in and knowing that you might not even think about it, right? Because it's automatic, but when you need it, it's going to be there. Resilience is like one of those things. Okay. It's the ability to bounce back, adapt, and thrive in the face of adversity, right? But it's also what fuels success, regardless of what part of the journey we're in. Resilience is that thing. I mean, it could be for a 2-year-old, y'all, okay? Or you could be a 70-year-old CEO, C-suite level, bought and sold companies and been there and done that, y'all. CEO depression is a thing now, okay? Resilience, okay? I do want to share some tools and some resources, some tangible hands-on things, some takeaways with you, but you're going to have to work for them a little bit because I don't have the ability to put up slides or anything like that. But hashtags are our best friends, okay? You already got hashtag living sugar-free. You know, if you use that, obviously, if you want to spark a discussion or ask a question, that's a great way to do it. But you can also search it. You can use that as a search term to find other things, to find me, to find what we're doing. It is living sugar-free has a internet trail longer than hashtags have been a thing. Before they were allowed on Facebook, they're living sugar-free hashtags on Facebook. Okay. Futures. Hashtag DIY head extraction is another one. Okay. Yes. I got jokes. Okay. Hashtag DIY as in do it yourself. Head, HEAD, extraction. Gather from that what you will. You can Google it, feel free, or, and I don't really like, that's not my first way, Bing, Google. I don't favor one or the other. I use them both. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I prefer for you to start with sugarfreecoaching.com always because, hello, social engineering, hacking, spam, spyware, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you are internet savvy, not talking to you. But for those of you that are not as internet savvy, talking to my generation and older, sugarfreecoaching.com. Start there for everything, including the nonprofit, including some of the tools and resources. And we'll get more into that later. Okay. Okay. I want to make sure that I vividly illustrate how you can apply resilience in different aspects of your life. So this is why I need to give you some visuals. But I promise if you find this tool and download it or grab it off of my site on my blog page, keep it, save it, pull it out every now and then, especially if you don't have that person around that usually kind of like smacks sense back into you, tells you that you're tripping. Download this. It will be your pocket friend. And I got some other things for you that can do that for you. Okay. From leadership to wellness to social entrepreneurship. Okay. It's all included here. It's basically the common thread that ties it all together. And how do I know that? Because when people ask you what's one word that would describe you, for whatever reason, this is the one that the world has chosen to label me with. I didn't do it. I didn't pick this. I didn't decide this. It jumped on me and it followed me and it said, Andrea, you need to unpack this for other people. And then when I went to the VA, the therapist told me the same thing. Okay. So practical tips are difficult because are they practical or are they just practical for me? Oftentimes we just do things and we're just doing them and we don't even know that they're practical for someone else until someone else shows it to us. This is why the train the trainer aspect, the engagement aspect is so important because you don't know that things aren't working for people until they tell you, right? So let's get practical. Okay. How can you build resilience in your life if you don't already, if you're not already? And if you are, how can you take it up a level? Because guess what? Every level is a new challenge. Every level is a new challenge. If you're planning on continuing and growing and growth hacking and maximizing and et cetera, guess what? You're going to need some more and more and more resilience. Okay. But have a well for it to spring from, if you will. Okay. Here's some actionable tips that have made a profound difference in my journey. Maybe they can help you too, okay? And these aren't just theories. These are strategies that work. From my military background to my social entrepreneurship journey, I've witnessed these principles and actions in action and helped others as well, okay? I want you to really, really dive into this DIY head extraction, because one of the main themes is gratitude. Vision and gratitude go hand in hand, because the one checks your attitude and the two checks your motives. So if you have your gratitude, your list, your journal, whatever it is, and you have your vision board or notebook or plan or strategy or project map, whatever level you're at, these two things together are the core of being able to receive that DIY head extraction, because otherwise you're just going to read it and get mad. People have. You're going to read it and you're going to take it like I was talking to you and like I somehow I can't relate with your situation. But this DIY head extraction works for everyone, period. I don't care how old or young. I don't care what country you live in. I don't care what color you are. I don't care your gender or preference. Okay, your pronouns don't have anything to do with it. Privilege or not privilege. This will help you. It will help you understand, and I have a whole 5-week series about embracing your privilege, okay? You might think that's not a relevant topic here, but it is, okay? Because there are levels to privilege. And until you can embrace your privilege, how are you going to use your superpowers for good? How are you going to maximize your resources and your power if you don't even know what it is, right? And so the gratitude piece allows you to get a self-check and regroup and recognize your greatness, right? Your position, your place, your power, right? The vision gives you a direction for it. Those two things together are automatic reminders when you are living well or leading well, living well, and serving well. The leading well part is assumed that we know that every situation has a leader in it, every situation. And just because you're not the boss or the financier or the manager or whoever in that situation, it doesn't mean you're not the leader in the situation. You can absolutely be the low man on the totem pole and still be the leader in that situation, period, okay? And if you want to know more about how to do that, just dig in, sugarfreecoaching.com, okay? Because I think I'm going to run out of time. Oh, okay. So when you do the live well part, that's the part where you're focusing on that passion, that purpose, the stuff that you put on that vision board. Where did it well from? You took some time to re-embrace your inner child and get back to the things that, you know, had been taken away from you or what have you. Remembering the hobbies you used to love. I've begun, let's see, what have I done in recent years? I tangle now. If you are not familiar with tangling, I think I might even have one close by I can show you. Tangling is doodling. Y'all, tangling is, I asked my mom what they called it when she was growing up. My mom's a boomer. I'm a Gen Xer. We called it doodling. My mom's generation called it scribbling. Now they call it tangling, which is very cool because there's a lot of tangly stuff. And it makes you realize that hieroglyphics and often logos and it's all throughout this world once you get into doing it. So that's been a lot of fun. But I was doing that when I was like 7 and had forgotten all about it. You know, you go through school and you're not allowed to doodle around the edges of your notebook and all the places where you don't get art training because you didn't get picked to do art as your whatever. And so you're expressing yourself in that way and they stop you. So you eventually stop doing it. It's not professional to do that on your work folders. If you get a folder from me, I might put some tangling on it just to send you a gift. That's where I'm at in my journey now. Okay. I'm at a place now where I can no longer allow people to tell me what is and is not professional, because if you're doing things that no one has ever done before, who's going to tell you how to dress for the occasion? Doesn't make sense. We have the Crown Act. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but when I was in the workplace and when I was in school, I wasn't allowed to wear my hair like this. So how are we going to tell somebody else that their hair is a professional? It's just, we have to be very careful with this subject, by the way. But let me not get off track. But it's looking at all of this and living full out and having the courage to take a chance and go outside the lines, color outside the lines a little bit. Do things that maybe your other friends don't do, or show up at work wearing a color nobody's ever seen you in, or whatever way you can disrupt your own life, growth hack your own life. Yeah, that's that live well. Because a body at rest stays at rest. A body in motion stays in motion, y'all. I lived this. I got sick a few weeks ago because I went to New Orleans and acted a straight fool. Yeah, I knew better. Yes, I'm the sugar-free coach. No, I do not eat sugar, but I ate some of everything because what? New Orleans, get over it. Don't judge me. Anyway, I paid for it dearly. I mean, in a way that I haven't in the past 15 years, almost like the universe is like, yeah, I'm going to remind you. You need some current research training. You need some current scientific study because you ain't did this in a while. Yeah, I paid for it dearly. And people had gotten COVID, okay? And everybody was trying to tell me I had COVID. I was like, no, I don't. I promise you I don't have COVID. And I didn't. I had Candida. So I say that to say, I lived full out. I had a blast. I ate everything. I enjoyed it as though it was my last chance on earth ever to go to New Orleans. I don't regret nothing. And New Orleans don't owe me nothing, as they say, right? So when I was on the mend, I came back from it quicker because I wasn't like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I hope I don't have. I didn't do any of that. I know what's wrong with me. I know, and I know what I need to do, and I did it. You see, having remedies like on hand in your cabinet, because I know I'm not sick. Let me put some whatever, herbals or whatever at the back of my throat because it's a tickle or an allergy or whatever. Having stuff like that on hand, that helps with resilience. That's living well, okay? Serving well is just being the change. It's not saving everybody. It's not being a people pleaser. It's not putting everybody ahead of yourself, because you cannot serve well if you're not being a good steward, period. How you going to do it? What you going to do? It's not sustainable. Okay. And so the serve well part makes you dot your I's and cross your T's and put your systems in place, get you an enterprise management solution and automate some things, put some workflows in place, let the AI help you. Okay. If you're being a good steward, and you're calling yourself being the change, I don't want to hear out your mouth that you're scared to use AI or you got something against AI. You can't help close the barriers to entry in this world and help be the solution for people in the way that we need if you would stand between me and AI. You just can't. Okay. Like, again, I told y'all I started Better Me Inc. because I couldn't find the solutions I needed. And as I've gone forward in these next 15 years, have yet to still not really find the solutions I've needed, as we've had to create some of them. Okay. And resilience is not gonna stick if you don't have a tool bag, right? When you're resilient, you have to be metaphorically, I love metaphors, you got to be hanging off the side of the cliff and be able to reach in the bag with one arm, because you can't let go and grab whatever is in there that you know is in there. But if you didn't pack your tool bag, then how are you going to be prepared for anything? You just can't. And I'm not going to bombard you with a whole bunch of stories and success, case studies and all that stuff, because I'm sitting here. I am literally sitting here as the example of the success story. You can go on LinkedIn, and you can click the follow the links and get the reviews from my book. And you can see reviews on my Facebook page and all of that. You can do all of that. But first of all, I'm not into bragging. That's the first thing. I'm horrible at it. But let me just tell you a little bit more about my story so you can understand and to highlight the incredible impact of resilience, okay? I have faced immense challenges to wellness. I struggled with my wellness transformation. I struggled as a Army brat and as a veteran, female first, as well as a social entrepreneur trying to be the change. Okay. And I'm only sitting right here because of this tool bag of resilience, if you will, that I'm telling you about. The ability to stick and move. Semper Gumby, we used to say, you know, Marines say Semper Fi. We stole it and say Semper Gumby. Always flexible. They say always forward, I think. Always flexible. It is not without empathy and compassion that I sit here before you with great honor, speaking to you on this Black Business Network, this melanated business network. I'm so just honored to be a part of it. I don't take for granted my responsibility right now, because to whom much is given, much is required, right? If you never see me again, what do I want to leave you with? That's how I think. And I'm telling y'all, you don't have to, if you've never read Think and Grow Rich, most people up to my age, if you're in the business world, you've read Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read it yet, you ain't got to read it. It says he didn't really figure it out and really become as wealthy as he was ultimately until he began to give it away. This is what all of the millionaires, soon to be billionaires, say. This is why Bill Gates and Ted Turner and all of them were signing away their millions, certain percentage of their millions, because it is the energy. Okay. When we talk about nonprofit in the vein of money making, people in that world, they get jaded and they will taint your thinking in this category. Okay. But all things don't have to be the same, and two things can be true at the same time. We need to learn how to think in a more nuanced way. Okay. If there is something major that is coming and there's nothing you can do about it, and everybody keeps saying, be careful, oh my God. Well, don't not do it. Just be careful. Hello. Right? So that goes for everything. Watch all the videos, watch all the YouTube videos, but do your research. You have to do your research and make graphs or make a chart of all the research you found and then make a decision. That takes patience and discipline. But if you jump out here and jump onto YouTube and watch videos and just click on everything and buy what everybody say, then yeah, you did exactly what they're telling you to be careful of. But there are people out here like this business network that we're on right now, okay? Like David Jones at Hello LLC, like many of the businesses you've seen on here, like my nonprofit, we out here, y'all, and been out here. We've been out here for 15 years. And for 15 years, we didn't even have a membership due. Like the membership due is only now started. 15 years, okay? So I'm here to tell y'all that the resilience part of the social entrepreneurship is, as everybody's telling people, it takes money to make money. And if people don't pay for stuff, they don't appreciate it and all that kind of stuff. If you're trying to be the change, then it makes you look like what you're bringing is not as valuable. Got it. We have to deal with all of that. We have to deal with the fact that when we're transitioning from jobs to being entrepreneurs, that we're scared to charge what we're truly worth and all these types of things we have to deal with. So if you are not developing yourself and your own personal living well part of this, you're not going to be able to do all the other stuff. My degree, my doctoral degree, is in industrial organizational psychology. Big words, y'all. Basically what it means is organizations and companies getting down to the bottom of their employees and before people go postal. Okay. Why are people abusing each other in the workplace? Why are employees mad and miserable while the CEO is saying they're not doing a good job? Let's get to the bottom of it. So we can send in the consultants and we can do all of the analysis and, Six Sigmas and all of these flow plans and tests and all of this kind of stuff, right? But 9 out of 10 times where most consultants get stuck and usually just sign the paper and go home is when they realize that all of that stuff is only like skewed because the CEO, either there isn't one, they're new, or the one that's still there probably shouldn't be there anymore. The CEO's mind is not right. And I'm not saying that all CEOs are a lost cause. I'm saying that if the CEO is not willing to get a little dose of IOP and do some coaching at the leadership level. There are so many programs out here. I get recruited by them all the time. CEO level coaching programs, so you can unlock your mindset to be on the level of these millionaires who are talking about giving all their wealth away, instead of feeling like you got to chase every dollar and chase every dollar and chase every dollar, and thereby treat your employees like crap, and thereby not putting quality into your products. There's training for that too. Okay. So getting your life in order, getting your mind right, focusing on yourself, whatever that looks like to you. All of these things work together with resilience. You can visit my website, you guys, at sugarfreecoaching.com to access exclusive resources, including my resilience guide, which we are working on now as we speak. I have a live talk that if you want to discuss this more in depth, you are more than welcome. I want to do something special for everyone who's part of the Black Business Network and who's listening here today, or who followed me from this link. So please just let me know that this is where you came from. But the series is Voices of Resilience, Children and Spouses of Veterans. And as I said, you might not be a military brat or a veteran, but I bet you somebody close to you who impacted your life is. And this series is dedicated to us, because oftentimes people talk about this generation, the issues between the men and the women, the struggles, the pay, the race, this, that, and the other. And no one's talking about the fact that this was a whole generation of people who went to war. Some didn't come back. Some came back without all their limbs. Some came back to, not having jobs. Then they had children, and some of the couples broke up. We talk about the symptoms, but we don't talk about the cause, the trigger, if you will. Okay. So hopefully today we've gotten some good nuggets towards building resilience. I've pretty much wanted to share the essence of resilience with you. As the first female voice of the 3rd United States Infantry, having PTSD and MST from the military, my military story is a whole nother drama. I would need several hours to tell y'all the rest of that. But I do write about it in my book. It's called Living Sugar-Free Revealed ASPE Secrets. And a lot of people who've read that book have told me that it has helped them get a perspective. I think maybe a DIY head extraction on their life. So if you are on the spectrum or have children that are, definitely get it. But everyone else too, you guys, because, just like being melanated, we can talk about things that are a struggle for us. It doesn't mean that other people don't sometimes have these issues. And likewise, being autistic, just because you're not autistic doesn't mean you don't sometimes have these issues. We just want people to be empathetic and show compassion when we're talking about these issues, and not be like, oh, well, what about, oh, well, them too, or oh, not all, and those types of things is, what we really want to teach people how to stay away from, or, let them know they need to stay away from. So explore the podcast. You can join live on the Wisdom app, or you can just listen on Spotify and all the podcasty places. You can join my wellness community if you want to know more about my secret tips that I use, my personal life wellness tips, and how I stay healthy and fit, even in the winter, even when COVID is going around, even. I don't care. It's not getting on me. But by taking these kind of steps, you're going to invest in yourself, but you're also going to join a community that believes in the power of resilience. We believe in living free from anything that would hold you back. That goes for not just, not just hair relaxer and not just sugar, but the opinions of others. That means if you want to relax your hair, do it. And nobody shouldn't say, oh, you need to let that go. No, you do what you want to do that fits for you. We're not all going to have the same diet. Everyone's not going to give up sugar. Some people are giving up meat. Okay. So there's different things for what your particular vision is for your.
Well, thank you, Andrea Young, for sharing your story and your expertise here today. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for August 2023. NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Hello LLC, 5-Star BDM Media, Earth Essentials, Mullane Shania Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Designs, and the Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S.-African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, proved that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business life cycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African continental and country specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring and coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to Be Direct Prep, we cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change, and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am black business.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am black business. I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am black business. I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am black business.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kinston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
Hello, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And my genius is helping women accelerate the path to success. You know, I was blessed to have strong women in my life who encouraged, motivated, and pushed me to do my best and to never even think about giving up on my dreams. So I say to women, we must show up to rise up. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? I know that women are a tremendous resource on this planet, and there is nothing more fulfilling than helping a woman tap into her full potential. I do this because I want to be a part of helping as many women as I can to show up, to rise up. I do this because genius is common.
So what we have to do is when we get in the spot, we need to create some spots for us. That's the main thing. We need to be able to be in a position where we're able to create those spots for us. For me, being an entrepreneur, I'm not just going to get a business and then leave you sitting high and dry. If you ask me some questions about entrepreneurship, I'm going to give you as much as I received. I've seen people who made it, and then when you ask them, it's like, okay, now you have to pay me for the information, the same information I got for free. We probably in totally different cities. There's no way that we're going to bump heads or anything. We're not competing. Bring me up with you. And so I just think that whatever education that I have, then I need to be able to give that to my own as well. So create the spots. You can create the spots when you get there.
Genius is common. And my genius is nutritional strategy. I am Shawnee Smith, the owner and creator of Can Do Spice. Can Do Spice was created because I knew that adding herbal and mineral supplements to my diet did not have to be boring. In fact, because I'm a food enthusiast, I knew I could create something flavorful and explosive that also had the benefit of adding herbal supplements such as sea moss, bladderwrack, burdock root, and black seed, just to name a few. I invite you to take this journey with me where we come together and take control of our nutritional health. It is my way of sharing my genius, the gift of flavor and the healing power of herbs to the world. What is your genius?
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Crystal Gomez. I am your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our next speaker is Bernard Key. Bernard Key, CEO of Nubian Media, has been involved in the community and schools for over 20 years. As a consultant, he was one of the lead project managers responsible for deploying a wireless technology in Chicago schools in the 90s. Mr. Key implemented, designed, and deployed Wi-Fi solutions for over 1,700 public and private schools and community centers. His wireless infrastructure design is now a standard for all the inner city schools. As a result, students are not confined to the classroom, desk, or building. During project development, Mr. Key recognized the need to implement technology, engineering, science, and math in the inner city schools. Forward today, in collaboration with publishing and media companies, Bernard is responsible for development, building, and creating content for STEM City USA and STEM City Chicago. As a result of his creativity and innovation, XR Today magazine awarded STEM City USA 2022 top finalist for Metaverse Solution and Most Commented Meta Universe Award. I present to you Bernard Key.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here on the Black Business Expo Network. I'm very honored to be one of the speakers for Dr. Kelly.
Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
Hello, everybody. On behalf of STEM City, thank you for taking the time out to listen to me and my dreams of being an entrepreneur and a Black businessman. Today, I want to talk to you about some technology and some solutions that we're currently integrating within STEM City USA and STEM City Chicago. We're currently, if you don't know about STEM City Metaverse, it's a renowned, award-winning metaverse that encapsulate that digital twin of a reality. For example, STEM City Chicago. STEM City Chicago Metaverse is based around the same services, the educational initiative that we're implementing on a national level. And with that, I am responsible for developing content, collaborating with companies, artists, musicians, school districts on how the new Web3 as well as the metaverse could really benefit our lives. And to give you a little background on the metaverse and how it came to be, I have to go back into a little history. If you're familiar with when the internet first came out, that was worldnet.net, which is the world's first internet website. And there was only a couple of websites at that time, 100. And as the internet grew, more WW or World Wide Web internets started emerging. And from that technology came the dot boom era. A lot of companies jumped in, investors, VCs, and a lot of companies went belly up because of this technology, because they didn't have a grasp for it, or it was too new for the public to really grasp the importance. Then Web 2.0 came out, which was the emergence of social media. Companies like MySpace, that's when Facebook came out, a lot of social media. And now you forward one to the next generation, just like wireless, you had 2G, 3G, 4G, now you got 5G. Now you got generations, and a new generation is Web 3.0, which is a cryptocurrency, metaverse, NFT technologies, it all emerged. And blockchain technology. And people ask, what the heck is a blockchain? What's the technology? What it is? And I get a lot of that when I consult people that are not into technology, like artists, musicians, and companies that could really benefit from having their product, service, their works, their art on a physical blockchain. And if you ask, what the heck is a blockchain, Bernard? Back in the 2000s, when people were downloading music off of LimeWire, Rhapsody, these peer-to-peer sites, and when you were looking or searching for a certain track, album, musical artist, you will log into LimeWire, excuse me, And then you would download this application, would allow you to open up a peer-to-peer network, whereas that if you wanted a Phil Collins track, you could do a search, and that computer, like Dr. Kelly, may have that track. And then he would give me access to download that digital media track onto my computer and to my devices. And so now you forward one, blockchain is the same thing, same principle. But instead of downloading and saving music, content, your computer is a ledger and that records and document every transaction that's done on that blockchain. For example, STEM City Chicago, we're launching this NFT ticketing infrastructure called C-Lab. C-Lab will allow me to sell my artists and my businesses logos, their works, their music, their artwork as NFTs. Now, when a user purchases that NFT, they are given an electronic digital asset. And that digital asset has a value that I determine that's on that blockchain. So say, for example, I have an esports company and I'm selling tickets for my tournament play. And that tournament play costs $25. Whoever buys that NFT ticket, that's their entry ticket to enter that competition. Now, I want them to join my league, and I want them to be more engaging into my next competition because I want them coming back to pay entry fees for the events and the esports competition and other venues that I host. So on a blockchain NFT infrastructure, I could do what's called airdrops. So whoever purchases a ticket, I could give them a valuable NFT and I determine the value. If I want to give them $1 value NFT, $100, $1,000 NFT, I can issue that NFT, and that NFT is a collectible value token that will be redeemable for perks like apparel, fashion, drink tickets to an event, VIP access to events, conventions, whatever STEM City Chicago and STEM USA host. And that's a perk. And taking this technology is so new that NFT ticketing is not even in the States. So as a business consultant and a content creator for STEM City, I was poised to go create a proof of concept, research how NFT technologies can fit into the metaverse scheme of Web 3.0 products, services that I could offer my vendors, my clients, as well as in the artists, musicians, and show them how they could benefit from NFT technologies by offering concert tickets, event tickets, collectibles to better engage and to build an experience with their fan base. For a prime example, working with the jewelry maker. This gentleman sells jewelry and he wants to create a campaign to sell more jewelry, to elevate his brand over others. So I came up with a solution of taking a certain collection of his jewelry and attaching it to a NFT purchase. For example, companies like Vuitton, Gucci, they're now starting to implement NFTs with their bags and their apparel to cut down on the bootlegging and the counterfeiting that occurs. So if a person has a Gucci bag or another expensive bag, and if they don't have a NFT to authenticate that that is an original designer bag, chances are it's made in China or whatever. So that bag don't have any value unless it has that authenticated NFT. Now, I'm working with a number of Black fashion designers that will be at the Women of Color Conference that's hosted by Career Communications Group magazine. And that whole conference is October 12th through the 14th. Now, I will be selling vendors and my partners that have their apparel, jewelry, artwork in STEM City. They have the opportunity to associate their artwork with an NFT that will be sold during the conference. So if you imagine the demographics of the Women of Color Conference, women and men with the income over 125,000 minimum, and these are the biggest purchaser of art. And these are the biggest components. These are engineers. These are business owners. These are educators that are looking and seeking new innovative technologies, ways to a lot of stuff. So with that, we will be promoting and selling NFTs on the art level, music level, companies that will have perks, rewards, and you will basically be able to see and experience how engaging your fans, your customers, your clients, and how you could be better connected and give them that experience by offering them rewards and valuable NFTs that you can place value on. And that's an experience that they will gladly pay for, because now every event, every venue that they pay for, it's an investment, because that NFT ticket can be a collector's item. So introducing technologies like this, that's not even in the States, that's brand new, and by entrepreneur, I recognize that if I push out this technology too fast, it may not be adopted by the masses. But at the same time, as an entrepreneur, I recognize the first to market. So now I have to create a campaign, and a very easy campaign that's going to allow people to adopt this technology, adopt STEM City, the metaverse, and everything that it has to offer. So creating proof of concepts that people could experience right now and get the touch and feel the technology, because a lot of folks, 85 to 95% of people that I talk to on the level in discussing Web 3.0 technologies like cryptocurrency, NFTs, blockchain, it goes over their head. But at the same time, the Black community cannot afford to let this technology get ahead of them. And once again, like the internet boom, the social media boom, Black entrepreneurs will not be able to capitalize off of the technologies like our counterparts, like a Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, you name it. They have been able to capitalize on the new technology and reap benefits, while Black communities, entrepreneurs like myself, we have to wait and be pushed on the table because we're not ready to adopt the technology, to have innovators that's willing to take risks, create content, do proof of concepts that's going to be introduced to our fellow Black entrepreneurs, our Black community network, in order for them to see how this technology can benefit their lives, their business, and to elevate what they're trying to do. And so I would be pleasured if everybody could go to seatlab.com. And I have a number of free NFTs that I created that are tickets as well as collectibles. And those collectibles are free because I want the Black community to be able to adopt this technology. And once you play with it, it's very easy. And once you join Seat Lab and see my events, I invite you to get those event tickets, because once I see that you are a user and you download the crypto wallet on your phone and you collect those free collectibles that got value, I'm going to send you some more NFT collectibles so you could start your NFT collection and you could start getting educated on how to invest in crypto, how to invest in NFTs, how to create NFTs. If you have a company, how to have your company logo as an NFT, and you can make those membership cards. You can make those coupons. You can make them anything. You can make them collectibles, and you can take advantage of my consulting services, which is basically STEM City Chicago digital asset management consulting. I can actually create a solution where it's that NFT technologies like NFT ticketing could really benefit. And instead of you using something like Eventbrite or even Ticketmaster, what those two entities do, yeah, you buy tickets, but there's no client interaction afterwards unless they hit you up on Facebook and they like you, and that's it. Unless you send them another ticket. Whereas that my NFT ticketing infrastructure, I will be dropping them thank you NFTs for coming to my event. Drink tickets, coupons, some type of initiative to trigger a reaction for them to buy the next event. Go online, social media, follow you, but they are going to want more of those perks that they could, like NFTs, that's so new and it has a value on it. And this is going to encourage them to dig deeper. It's going to encourage them to research what Web 3.0. And what I've also done is created this in a after-school enrichment program, teaching young people how to create NFTs, how to invest, and how to use the technology as a fundraiser for their STEM competition teams. So yes, you could even do these as fundraisers. And those are the models that you will see reflected in the next couple of weeks, especially if you attend the Women of Color Conference that are part of STEM City USA, and you will see this technology in our STEM cities coming up real soon. Now, with that, a lot of companies are looking to get involved in this technology, and that's where that I want to consult Black businesses to find out if they're first interested, if they recognize that this is something that they don't know and they should, and how can STEM City USA design and implement a NFT business campaign to help you achieve those same objectives, which basically are the same objective that every Black business wants. Increase revenue, easy revenue engine, a way to connect your clients, user, fans with a experience that's going to have them begging for more, that's going to want the next experience that they got from your services and your products, and how you could keep them fully engaged, and how this technology can keep your business. And this is another avenue that you could actually add to the whole repertoire of what you're trying to do in terms of bringing NFT technology. And how this work in an organizational component, when I'm not developing stuff for STEM City, I am the National STEM Director for Push Excel. And currently, I would be doing a proof of concept on offering NFT membership cards for the push organization. And this is how this works. And this is a perfect example of how organizations can take advantage of this. I'm also a NASB member, chapter advisor. So what I do, that I simply create tickets and I create those avenues where people could purchase, and then I sell those tickets, and that cost will cover the membership of a youth who wants to join or be engaged in the National Society of Black Engineers Junior Chapter, as well as Push Excel, their ticket membership NFTs. Those will be used for those members who purchase the NFT membership card. They will receive perks for being a member, for attending the weekly Saturday forum workshops every single time that they attend a in-person summit, town hall meeting. I would airdrop them a memento NFT of Reverend Jesse Jackson, and they could keep that as a keepsake, and they could even invest it and keep it and put it in their crypto wallet, and it could earn crypto as they keep it. And so these are the technologies that the white community, Asian community, Indian community that engage in this technology in their countries, and they're doing proof of concepts. And when they get their proof of concept in their country, then they push it out to North America. And then that's where we become consumers instead of the content creators and the owners of this technology. And that's the paradox that STEM City USA is going to change. And so I would invite you, in closing, I would invite everybody to research NFT technology, Web3, and don't wait until somebody contact you to sell you this technology. Think outside the box. See how this technology could benefit your company, could elevate your brand, and at the same time, how the Black community can create revenue from the benefit of knowing Web3 technologies, metaverse technologies, NFT technologies, cryptocurrency technologies, the algorithms that are currently being designed every single day to basically create electronic money out of air. And that's what this technology is doing. But at the same time, our Black entrepreneurs, artists, musicians, they are oblivious to the concept and the idea of that this technology can elevate them to the next level that they never imagined. And this is the technology that is absent from our schools, but it's the same technology that our kids should be learning. And so that's why that I have created this whole curriculum to go into the schools and make it a very fun STEM objective and initiative to have them kids learning technology, because our kids with technology, they are the trendsetters. That's why when the Oculus first came out, you saw a Black teenage girl promoting the Oculus. If you look on every Facebook Meta commercial, you will see Black women promoting entrepreneurship and the programs and the application that runs on Oculus. You will see Black young men playing video games on the Oculus. They spend a whole lot of money to promote Oculus and this technology because of the content and the media component that it possesses. And Black people are the culture and the trendsetters throughout the world. So in order for the Web 3.0 to really kick off, they need Black content, they need Black entertainment, they need Black art, they need Black music, they need Black ingenuity. And this is the space that Black people can really make a difference and flourish. And STEM City USA is right there behind, leading the way on a global level. And because we recognize that this is a way to reset our economy, our communities, our mindsets in terms of the new technology that's now emerging. So it's not going to slow down because we don't know anything about it. It's not going to slow down because we don't adopt it. It's going to go through us, over us, past us, under us, without us benefiting if we don't take advantage of it today. And with that, I would like to turn it over back to Dr. Kelly and thank everybody for listening to me. And I'm looking forward to the next speaking engagement.
Well, thank you for coming and sharing your expertise during the show. Could you please tell us where we can find you online?
Yes, you can find me at stemcityusa.com, as well as you could send me LinkedIn. That's the best way, because what I'm doing, working on an initiative to make websites obsolete. So yeah, you go to my website, nubianmedia.com, and you could get information, but it's all old because I want to make that transition from websites to the metaverse. So if you want to find me, I will be in my metaverse, STEM City USA, and LinkedIn. And reach out to me on LinkedIn. I would love to work with you. Anybody that got questions about NFTs, the technology, and C-Lab, I would love to sit down and create a solution that would benefit you.
Well, thanks again. Genius is common. And I'll see you on the other side.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thanks, Crystal.
You're welcome. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12th grade entrepreneurs. The Expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpo.usa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App, $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We also want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for August 2023. NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Hello LLC, 5-Star BDM Media, Earth Essentials, Mullane Shania Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and the Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
In the heart of America, there are dreams waiting to be realized. dreams of owning a home, creating a haven for families, and building a future. Yet, there are 13 million mortgage-ready home buyers and nearly 20 million renter households who have the credit and income to qualify for a mortgage but remain left out of the home buying process. These potential home buyers are in urban and rural America, where dreams should flourish. The big banks, the giants of finance, have all exited the mortgage lending business, decreasing their lending footprints across America. They are no longer present and active in these communities. Instead of offering opportunities for home ownership, some of these banks have chosen a different path. They have decided to become mega landlords. They have chosen to invest billions of dollars in rental homes, leaving potential home buyers with fewer options and stuck in a cycle of renting without the chance to build equity and create a legacy for their families. Here is the shocking truth. A report issued by the Home Ownership Council of America revealed that if lenders were to step forward and serve this underserved market, they could conservatively increase their loan volume by $1.5 trillion. $1.5 trillion. This is $1 trillion business opportunity, ripe for the taking. That's why I Have a Dream Home is here. We support the American dream of home ownership in urban and rural America. We believe in the power of social consciousness and the impact it can have on people's lives. Investing in urban and rural America is not just good business sense. It's a moral imperative. Our mission is clear. Become the go-to mortgage lender in these communities. Create a pathway to home ownership for all Americans, breaking the cycle of poverty by empowering families to build wealth, stabilizing our communities, and taking pride in our country. I Have a Dream Home. Unlocking dreams, transforming communities, and rewriting the story of American home ownership. For more information, scan the QR code or visit our website at www.ihaveadreamhome.gold.
Hey guys, my name is Caden. I'm the CEO of Caden Teaches, and my genius is teaching kids about financial literacy. Throughout my financial products, such as my financial flashcards, my activity book, and my newest project, my financial bus, which I bought. And on the bus, it has a mock bank where kids will learn how to deposit and withdraw money, a mock grocery store where kids will be able to learn how to have a family budget, and a mock stock exchange where kids will even be able to learn how to invest in stocks. Now, I decided to start teaching kids about financial literacy because I find that most kids graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. And I feel if I were to teach kids about financial literacy, that I would be able to help kids tap into their genius. And I actually learned about financial literacy to my dad because I would go to business meetings with him and I would always see that they were talking about financial literacy. And at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about financial literacy and teach it to kids in a way that they could understand. But I want you guys to help me help kids tap into their genius by going to my website, cadenteaches.com, and you can sew into me in my financial bus by going to my GoFundMe link. And remember, if Caden can, you can too, because genius is common.
Hello, my name is Kiasi Helm and I'm 14 years old. I think my genius would probably have to be setting goals and achieving them. I say this because ever since I was young, I always wanted to be an author, and at age 11, I ended up achieving this. But not only did I end up becoming an author, I ended up becoming a public speaker, a publisher, a business owner, all these great things. The name of my business is Written by Kids Publishing Company. I decided to start this company because I thought it was important for me to help kids my age express themselves through literacy and just achieve their own goals. Because to me, achieving goals is the best thing in the world to feel. It's you just achieving things and aspirations that you set for yourself. And I know that everybody is capable of this because even if you don't end up achieving the goal, you still tried your best, and that's the most important thing. And everybody is capable of this because genius is common. Thank you.
La connexion. La connexion.
In a world obsessed with the cult of celebrity, I challenge you not to aspire to anyone else's greatness, but instead strive to reveal and ignite the greatness within you.
Are you serious?
I totally think that that's it.
Hey.
No!
Hey! To me, sexy is a man that knows who he is and what he wants. He's comfortable. You look at him, you see him, he's just comfortable being himself. And you're like,
Baby, be you.
Be you, baby.
Just be you. I like it. Introducing the Be You collection, exclusively available at K&G Fashion Superstore.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, proved that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business life cycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African, continental, and country-specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring and coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to Be Direct Prep, we cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
Why do I do what I do? You know, my life coach asked me that a few years ago. And she said, Tony, what's your why? And I told her, and she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. Perhaps you need a new why.
Hi, Tony Harris, Amy Hoydu with Say It Said Marketing, one of your students. And just wanted to say thank you, Tony Harris, for spending so much time with me and giving me that boost in my business that I so drastically needed.
My why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource. I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. That's what I do best.
So, first thing you got to do is show up. And speaking is a way to magnetically attract your ideal client to you. How many of you use social media that way? Absolutely, and this is how you look to the world. Drastic steps are the steps that are needed to be successful. And my business is drastic denotes a mindset. Getting out of your comfort zone. Doing something that you don't necessarily feel comfortable doing, want to do, but you know it's a necessary step to be successful in your business.
I get the most satisfaction when I see my connections flourishing into relationships long after I am gone.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Augustine with Media Jasmine, and I've joined several networking and referral groups in the area. And Network in Action Northeast Houston with Tony Harris Taylor is one of the best organizations that I've joined.
I love that piece of what I do, and it is what fuels my fire. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Crystal Gomez. I am your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our next speaker is Reverend Dwayne Kuyama. I present to you Reverend Dwayne Kuyama.
Thank you, Crystal Gomez. I generally have folks call me Reverend Q.
Reverend Q, thank you. Well, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you. And good evening, everyone. And first, I'd like to thank Dr. Eric Kelly for the invitation to speak this month during the Black Business Expo. Again, I'm Reverend Dwayne Q. The name is Kwamina. It's an African root. And I'm the president and CEO of I Have a Dream Home. Our company's mission is to bring forward a proprietary mortgage lending platform to service the 13 million mortgage-ready home buyers going underserved in America. So we structured a business to provide the opportunity because the big banks have exited the mortgage lending business and it left a vacuum and a void in the marketplace. And there's folks primarily in urban and rural America who cannot get mortgages today because the banks exiting the business altogether. And so we stepped in to fill that void, but it's a mission-driven company. So there's things we have to do in order to take that void, and we have to structure, which we did. So if you went to our website, www.ihaveadreamhome.gold, you'll see everything that we did, our structure. You'll see all our partners, our escrow companies, you'll see our broker dealer, you'll see our escrow providers, Enterprise Bank and Trust, a multi-billion bank out of Missouri. You'll see our partners in this endeavor because we have to be structured in such a way in order to meet SEC and FINRA regulations. Because we're raising capital, we're raising seed capital because we have to raise $5 million in order to get to $300 million in lending capacity. That's a mechanism in the mortgage industry. It's called leveraging. And so you have to have a certain amount of dollars in structure in place in order to be able to leverage those dollars to deliver them to that community. So we're well on the way. We're structured. We have the broker dealers. We have the funding portal set up, and where people can invest and become part owners in the opportunity as well. And again, if you go to www.ihaveadreamhome, you'll see everything you need to see. You'll be able to invest if you want to invest and take advantage of a multi-trillion-dollar industry. I mean, we just did one of the retired executives from BNY Mellon. He was also a JP Morgan director as well. He just went over the numbers last week with us and said it's a $3.9 trillion industry altogether, just based on the numbers that's being underserved. We just want a small portion of that marketplace. We could never service it all. We're not big enough. We don't have enough years on the planet to do so, but we can put a dent in it. And we're asking for participants to come and invest and be a part of the vehicle, raising the $5 million to take this movement forward. So that's a little bit about the company and what our mission is. Again, to deliver mortgages to mortgage-ready home buyers living in urban and rural America, primarily people of color, who are have the resources to purchase homes, but don't have the banking structures that will lend them the capital necessary to get the mortgage and make the monthly payments and so on and so forth. So that's a travesty. And it's just the nature of America at this time. They'd rather have folks renting at this time than owning their own homes. Because if you own your own home, at the end of the day, the asset belongs to you. But if you rent and you pay off, the mortgage for someone else, at the end of the day, the mortgage belongs and the asset belongs to someone else. You should at least have the opportunity to make that decision whether you want to rent or buy. And right now, people are being locked out of the opportunity to buy, which forces them strictly into renting. So again, we're here. Our structure is sound. Our capital partners, the people that we've partnered with, are sound. And again, you can view that at www.ihaveadreamhome.com. Now, we've been raising money on this venture. We've been raising it about 9 months now. And we have until January 31st, 2024 in order to raise our $5 million, which is our cap based on the Reg CF that we registered under. So we can't go beyond that raise without being in violation of SEC regulations. And it's been a difficult journey because we started out trying to raise money strictly from the African American community. We said, let's take this opportunity and raise money within our own community from our own people to invest in a vehicle that creates generational wealth on one hand through home ownership, but also creates generational wealth on the other hand by allowing them to invest in the company and retain a portion of the earnings that the company makes over time. Now, everyone knows when you buy a home and you pay a mortgage payment, they got this equation they call PITI, which stands for principal, interest, tax, and insurance. So everybody who has a mortgage pays PITI. So the interest payments on mortgages and taxes, of course, taxes go to Uncle Sam and the state, et cetera, et cetera. The interest payments are interest on money that's lent. Insurance is also, that's a loss leader because that goes to protect the asset during the duration of the loan. The interest payments, though, is where the revenue is derived from. And when you're lending out, and let's give an example, if you lend out $300 million in capital for mortgages, which is just 1,000 homes, not very many homes. The interest on that could be anywhere from, 6%, could even be more in some communities, et cetera, 7%. But as a company, generally the basis points that a company would make like ours would be 2%. What's 2% of 300 million per annum, per year? That's $12 million in profit per year. And that's just simple basic mathematics. So in our structure, if the folks had invested in the structure and became owners of the company, that $12 million would be profit every year, and they would be beneficiaries of that. Now, when you do economics and you figure out what they call the return on investment, ROI, and you look at the return on investment, if one person put up $5 million and you're making $12 million a year, and $2 million of that comes back to pay off the $5 million, in 2.5 years, that $5 million will be paid off. So that means the return on investment will be 2.5 years. That investment will be paid back in full. That's a pretty good equation in the financial markets of ROI that is 2.5 years. Now, if you maintain that ownership and you're getting $2 million every year, in 2.5 years you're paid off, that interest doesn't stop coming. So year 3, you would get, year 2.5, year 3, year 4, you would get that $2 million, $2 million, $2 million. That's considered profit on top of what you invested for investors. So that's a pretty sound investment for anybody who is looking at the numbers. So we said, well, that investment, why give it to, outside folks? Let's structure it in such a way that we can get the community to come and invest that $5 million and let them be the beneficiaries of that $2 million return every year. So that was our game plan. We went out, we marketed, we talked to the community at large, and we said, join this great opportunity. And for some reason, we haven't been very successful at raising the needed capitals. And the timeline is coming up January 31st, 2024, where the seed round and the registered round with the Security Exchange Commission will end. Now, although it will end, we do have the privilege and the right to extend it another 6 months and another 6 months after that if necessary. But how long do we keep extending and providing this opportunity for folks in the community to come and invest? Do we do this forever? And if nobody comes and invests, do we just, give up? Or do we do like most folks do and then get complained upon when they go out and they seek investments outside the community and they go and partner with European folks or other folks that are not in the community per se. And then you get labeled, for going outside the community. But that's why most folks go out, because the community doesn't respond well to its own kind. Now, what that is, we all have our theories about that, what causes that. But the fact of the matter is that we put a beautiful structure together for folks. We've been communicating it, and our community is not responding. We did have offers from a couple of outside communities that we rejected early on, which would have covered the whole $5 million. But we rejected it because we were leaving the opportunity for our community. And we're okay with that. We could go knock on the door tomorrow and they probably would give us a hearing, say, well, where you at now? Let's talk about it. They probably want more now for their $5 million than they wanted back then. But the opportunity, I'm sure, would exist because we've come a long way and we built more onto what we initially had. We also are working with a group right now who is in the process of bringing forth that $5 million as well as putting financial engineering in our company, or helping us to financial engineer it so that we can go to Wall Street and we can tap into a much more bigger pool of money, which is the end goal anyway, to be able to go and warehouse line and get, $300 million up to $1.5 billion in lending capacity each year. So that structure, we're putting it together as we speak. Money begets money. If you have all the money in the world, and don't need it, there's tons of folks that want to lend it to you. It's only when you don't have the resources that folks tend to don't want to give you anything, which is really the folks that really need the money. Kind of doesn't make sense, but that's the nature of how business works. If you don't need it, they'll lend it to you. If you need it, it's very hard to get. But this group has come forward. They're working with us, and we're looking. It's very promising as well. But we wanted to still extend the offer to the community before the window closes, and we have to seek another avenue. Now, we still will be able to provide the mortgage opportunities to the community at large. So they'll be the beneficiary of the home ownership still, and be able to build the home, and own the home, and pay it down and retain the asset. They just won't have the other pillar of generational wealth building, which is the investment vehicle that we offered as well. So we were giving you two pillars of generational wealth building instead of one. And sometimes I heard a gentleman, he was speaking the other day, and I'm going to quote him. I'm going to paraphrase him. I don't remember the quote verbatim, but this is very close to verbatim. He says, sometimes I believe that Black people are searching for a key to unlock a door, and the door of opportunity is wide open, and it will cost you little to get in. So I felt that when he said that, because I'm saying, like, here it is. Here's the door of opportunity. It costs you little to get in. We saying, like, 5,000 African-American folks invest $1,000. Let's get it done, or 50,000 folks, let's invest $100, We even put the investment down as low as $10 because we didn't want anybody to say, well, you were too high. You didn't make provisions for the poor people. It's like, yes, we did, because you can invest $10 and get in, So we did everything we could to make it amenable to the community at large. So again, people are looking and searching for this key to this unlocked door that they can never unlock, but actually the door of opportunity is wide open and costs us very little to get in. We complain a lot about white America and profess or blame them for our circumstances. That happens a lot in our community. Quote unquote, the white folks are holding us back, et cetera, et cetera. However, the resources necessary to succeed as Black people in America are here. We have the resources to succeed. And the only thing we're missing is each other. We don't have each other. We have the resources. We have everything we need. We have the money. We're not poor. Black folks in America are not poor. We're just broke. Now, that's the difference between poor and broke. Broke is like we throw our money away. That keeps us broke versus investing it and using it wisely. Our money just goes in one direction, and that's away from us. It doesn't go in a direction where it goes and comes back to us. It just goes. It just keeps going, and generally it goes to folks who know what to do with it and taking advantage of it. We taking that art of consumption and taking it to a whole new level as a community at large. We don't sell anything that we purchase. Think about it. We don't make anything that we buy. And yeah, we got some folks out there making a few things, but on a whole, it's very, very, very limited. We're consumers. And how did we get that mindset? I don't know. My father, when I was young, my father was always an entrepreneur. My father was a millionaire. My father owned all the bars, all the restaurants in Rochester, New York. He built a nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia. He owned all the arcade machines. When you had the Pac-Mans and the quarter pool tables, you put the quarter in, the balls come out. My father owned that business, and all the people who had, these Pac-Man machines and all that in their businesses and quarter pool tables, that was his business. He provided that. And he did some other things too. Let's be transparent. My father ran numbers. That was the Black thing before the lottery came into being. He was the lottery. He ran the numbers, and he had all these folks working for him running the numbers. And it supported, and it was a community thing, and it was a gambling thing. But when you hit that number and you got that payoff, it was a joy to see folks hit that number and be able to go do something with the dollars from that. But my father did that, but he was also entrepreneurial in nature, meaning he owned, established business. Like I said, the arcade business. He started with a snow cone, with a big chunk of ice. He used to scrape the ice, put in the snow cone, put the fruit flavors on it, and sell the snow cones and stuff. And my father did that and bought his first house from selling snow cones. At a young age, bought his first home, and he was always entrepreneurial in his mindset. And but he made $1 million from snow cones, just selling snow cones. Nobody was selling snow cones with him. And then he put some other folks on, and they had a card over there and a card over there, and everybody was selling Alpha Quinina snow cones. And so, we have the ability and the resources, and just think about this. Black America, we're a $1.1 trillion annual economy. If we were a nation, we would be the 16th richest nation in the entire world. If we were a nation, meaning if we had each other, we would be the 16th richest nation in the United States of America, because we're a nation within, right? I hope you're getting what I'm saying there. But we will be also the 16th richest city in the world, and the 16th richest nation in the world, in the 16th richest country in the world. You see, because we have all those elements. We're a city, a nation, and we are the world. But we're fragmented, divided, and we don't work together. We don't have each other. And that's where the fault lies. Now, the gentleman who was talking about this other day, he said he'd been to every Black country in the world. He's been to South Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, the Caribbeans, North Africa, all over South America. And he said, no one has it like Black folks in the United States of America. He says, like, we have it. We have the resources to be somebody, to build a nation within. And yeah, I know, like when some folks got together and they built up in Tulsa and folks came and burnt it down and so on and so forth, that was we tend to harp on that and lay and rest our morals on that. But okay, let's do it again. Let's come together and let's build something. Matter of fact, let's become a nation within the nation. Let's come together. Let's put our votes together. And because the American system of government is a profound experiment. And what that did, it left the power in the hands of the people. It's a government of, for, by, and by the people. And that might be the wrong order. Of, by, and for the people might be the right order. But it's a government that was built that left power in the vote, in the voice. So you have the right in the United States of America. And I heard the argument, when they wrote the Constitution, it wasn't for us. We was 3/5 of a man, et cetera, wasn't for Black folks. Well, I always tell folks, I said, look, I don't care what was in these people's mind when they wrote the Constitution. They wrote in the preamble and the Declaration, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. And among those rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to secure those rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. So they were talking about me, a man. Now, you say, well, you was 3/5 a man. No, somebody said that, but I've always been a man, and a man has always been a man. And therefore, they wrote it, but they weren't talking about you. Well, see, I used the analogy. A broken clock is right twice a day. So the clock is broken, it says 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock comes around twice a day, it's right. Twice a day, it's right. I don't care about all the wrongs. I'm talking about when it's right. Twice a day. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution is right at least twice a day. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. That's all I need to hear. Now, you going to argue I'm less than a man? That was an old argument. I get it. Can't argue that today. So I don't need anything else but that document to hold. And my father, who directed the movements for Dr. King, that's all they knew. They said, we not taking the back seat no more. We coming with the Constitution and the right and the knowledge that we are men and that we're not going to back down and that we have the rights and the liberties afforded to us under the Constitution like everybody else. We're not backing down from that. So what am I saying? I'm saying that we are powerful people if we come together and exercise the gifts that have been given to us. What's the gifts that have been given to us? Like the man said that I was referring to, I don't have his name, otherwise I would tell you his name. He led me on this theory about, talking about this week, about this $1.1 trillion economy that we live in, 16th richest nation in the entire world if we came together, and that we're our own problem. White folks ain't our problem. We're our own problem. If we come together and work together, if we invest in I Have a Dream Home, I mean, that's a heck of a structure. I don't, if you got $5 million, come take it over. Come take it over and make it happen, make it so, and serve some people. We have the power to do that. It's money to be in it. We didn't build this for us for a personal get-rich scheme. That's not the way I was born and raised after I came out of darkness into lightness. My mindset changed. when my father, who directed the movement, brought me into the light and I started to serve. So, money is just a tool to get work done. I know people put it in their mattress and try to store it up and all that kind of, that's nonsense. It's to be used as a tool to continue to work and make progress for the good of mankind, the community, your family, etc. That's what money's for. And you've heard the scripture say money is the root of all evil. It's like, no, it's not the root of all evil. The root of all evil, and evil folks generally be fighting around money. So they make it, about resources. They make it about the raping and the pillages of other people's lands and stuff because they want the resources. So they make it about money. But the money on its own is not the root. It's the evil and the lack of humanity in people that make it so. So all I'm saying is like we've been gifted. We're a gifted community. We're a powerful community. We the fastest, the strongest, the smartest, and so on and so forth. But we don't know how to come together and exercise that government privilege and to stand on it. Now, some folks know how to go in and they know how to organize the community. They know how to come together in a voting block and they know how to vote for their interests. And then they know how to extract their interests from the government that belongs to the people. All the dollars and cents that's in the government coffers belong to you. It belongs to the citizen. The people in office are elected officials who run your corporations. They run your city government, which is a city government charter, which is a corporation. They run your townships, which are charters. They run your corporation. They run the federal government, which is a charter. They run your corporation. They do your business, your dealings. They run your company. They're the CEO of your company, and they run it for you. And you forgot that, or you don't understand that. And now you think they own the government and the coffers and that you're the subject. It's like my father understood that, no, it's the other way around. It's the government of, by, and for the people. And we hold these truths to be self-evident. So we know that if we can organize, we can change the conditions of the person who think they own everything because they sit in the seat. We put you in the seat. Just like we put you in, we could take you out the seat. That's the power of the vote. So we're lacking in a lot of ways. We're lacking in the coming together. We're lacking in the voting together. We're lacking in, I use a good example of the gay community. The gay community came together and got together. Man, they go up into the federal government with their voter block, and they get everything they come and ask for. They go knock on the door. They don't even ask. They just demand. Asking the door should be open. Knocking, you shall find. Seeking, you shall find. And asking, this shall be given. And knocking, the door shall be open. So they come knocking, the doors open. They ask is given. They seek, they find. Because they understand that if we come with this voter block, we don't care what we come for. They're going to give it to us, because if they don't, we got enough power to move them out the way and move somebody else in. And they've done that. We have not done that. We get fragmented and we start voting in splinters, and every splinter that we vote on, we always go to the bottom. We the last person to get anything if we get anything, because they don't have to, because we're splintered in all the different pockets. We're splintered around the world. And so if you're splintered and you're just a fragment of the power sources, meaning the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, this nation, whatever, and you're just the little thing at the bottom, it doesn't matter, because you can't overturn nothing, because they got all these people up here that can outpower you, outvote you in the Democratic Party, outvote you in the Republican Party, outvote you in the United Nations, so you have no power because you don't collectively come together and make it a big, powerful force. And that's the fragmentation that they count on to keep us divided. And you've heard the saying, united we stand, divided we fall. Well, divided we have fallen. So we don't come together, we don't invest. And we have $1.1 trillion, but that's to shut you up It's like, here's 1.4, here's some sayings, and this is how they shut you up. When you come out of pocket and you say something. A president to get on the TV and say, I'll put it in the vernacular. Now, I'm not even going to go vulgar. He just says, shut up and dribble. That's what he said, right? Everybody knows who I'm talking about and who said it and who he was talking to. Shut up and dribble. Don't you say nothing. Kyrie Irving tried to say, I know my history. I know where we come from. I'm from the Jewish community. The Jewish community and the tribes that were, fragmented and sent, northeast, south, and west. That's the real Jews. They told him, they didn't even tell him shut up and dribble. They said, shut up and give me my ball. And anybody else, Nick Cannon, shut up and give me my ball. Give me my television program. Give me my, shut up. Because we fragmented and we don't have no power in our fragmentation. Not even when it's true. What LeBron James said, he didn't say nothing wrong, but he still got told to shut up and dribble. What's the point I'm making? The point I'm making is we don't exercise our power and authority, and we get everybody in one ear talking about the Constitution wasn't meant for us, but the government structure says we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. We don't even know how to go into federal government and demand justice and economy. We don't know how to derive and how to get that which already belongs to you. And it's like if let's do it in a mathematical equation. In a mathematical equation, if you were, and I just use basic simple numbers to make my illustration and make my point. You have in the government coffers $1 trillion, right? Okay, and you've got 300 million people. Now let's make it $3 trillion just for the sake of discussion in easy math. And you got 300 million Americans, right? And you take that $3 trillion and you divide it by 3 million Americans. That's how much value each one of you have. Because that proportionately is your money. Because that money belongs to the American people. And if you're the American people, it's your money. And if we divided it equally, that would be 3 trillion divided by 300 million people. That's insured equally. And then if 10 of y'all came together and put it together, that's your money to go do something. If 100 of y'all came together, that's your money to go do something. But we don't come together. We don't even know that equation. We don't even know that that's your money. We think that's their money and they holding us back, and we don't even understand how to go get it. And if we go up there and get it and be talking and don't have a block of people power, and they look and they see the ones who are holding those offices hostage will turn and close the door on you. They will lock the door. And absolutely they will lock the door. But how do you open the door and get the door unlocked? Well, we got examples how to do that. Dr. King did it. He showed how you bring some folks together and go unlock the door. But he stood on the Constitution. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. All men, male and female. And endowed by the Creator with rights. And it also says, if the government ain't right, you have the power and authority to abolish it and throw it off your back. And that means the people you put in office, you can change the whole structure. You have the power, but do you know that? So what am I saying? I'm saying we as a people, when opportunities come, we don't see it, we miss it. And we get caught in the fragments and we get divided, we get split, and we don't exercise our coming together to put a base together to be powerful, which is our inherent right to be. How do you fix that? You advocate and you try to organize people, which is what I Have a Dream Home was all about. I Have a Dream Home was saying, let's come together. Let's put our money in a pool. Let's raise $5 million. And then let's go tackle a $3.9 trillion industry, which is so easy. It's so easy to tackle. There's 13 million mortgage-ready home buyers out there looking to get a mortgage. They can't get it. If I had 5,000 African Americans put $1,000 up $5 million, we can leverage $300 million and put that out and service 1,000 homeowners and make $12 million a year in profit. Simple, easy math. We can double that in the next year and double it in the year after that, and we can keep on doubling because we'll never run out of homeowners. And is there money to do that with? Yes. They do $7.7 billion a year in Community Reinvestment Act dollars that never reach the community. And there's a scheme that goes on where folks steal that money and get away with it because they have been. Nobody's saying nothing. And nobody has come with a structure powerful enough and strong enough to demand the CRA dollars. I Have a Dream Home structure was built specifically to go get those dollars. To say, no. We are going to take those money and we're going to deliver it to the people it's intended to be delivered to. We're going to support those dollars and we're going to secure them by the real estate called a home. So it's not like the asset isn't secured, and we're going to let these people pay down on this asset, own it, and put that asset in on their financial books. And at the same time, we're going to pay the interest on this dollars that we do. We're going to build the company and we're going to continue to grow and spread and build and grow wide. Simple mathematical equation. You can go to any PhD professor in the world on mathematics and tell you the mathematics is sound on that. The only thing that's not sound is we have not come together to do such a thing because we're fragmented. We're fragmented. A $1.1 trillion annual economy we have, and we don't. We don't sell anything, and all we do is consume. And you have, exceptions to the rule. So it's not like there's no Black folks making money and so on and so forth. And although we have it great in America and like we can't complain, we got it better than any country where Black folks live in the world, that doesn't mean there's no Black folks in Africa that's millionaires. That's not what I'm saying. Or in Central Africa, East Africa, or in South America. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's a collective whole. As a collective whole, they don't stand up to the wealth that's being distributed. And I'm not even going to call it wealth. I'm going to call it the dollars and cents. Because that's a whole nother discussion, what wealth is, what resources are, and what rich is versus being wealthy. But at least long as the dollar is being recognized as a currency that's tradable, for goods and for services, and that's the standard that we're using now to trade with, we have enough of those tradable dollars, $1.1 trillion, to do some tremendous type of trading. If we thought about it consciously, if we organized about it consciously, and we worked about it diligently and effectively for each other, the ball game would be over. We would all be Jackie Robinsons. We would all be Hank Aaron's. We would all be Sha'Carri Richardsons. I had to throw the young lady in there since she's tearing up the track. We would all be LeBron Jameses. So there's no reason. And then we got to teach this to our younger generation. We got to show them and lead them by example. And we can't lead them by example. We fragmented. You know who else is doing a great job? And I didn't mention him today, Deion Sanders. I love what this brother is doing. He's bringing attention to a situation, and you could call it however you want to see it and so on and so forth. He got folks mad. He got folks happy. He got, he's marketing. He's marketing. He's saying, like, let me show you how you extract dollars in this kind of a way. Now, what you do with those dollars when you extract them is a whole nother ball game, because we've seen folks come with, make millions and millions of dollars and then be broke, after their career is over. We've seen that over and over in our community. So what I'm saying is, like, now we extract the dollars, but we don't have the vehicles by which to do, good by. We're not being educated properly. And if we do go and invest, we don't invest in each other. We invest outside of ourselves. And that's the problem that we have. And that's the problem I Have a Dream Home is embarking on to solve with its piece of the pie. Our piece of the pie is just 13 million mortgage-ready home buyers, can't get mortgages. Let's tackle that. That creates generational wealth. That creates resources to be able to help some folks get into homes, to be able to help some folks expand their economic base by being an investor, and then use the resources, which is called profits, to help others come online with the understanding and the knowledge that if we come together and do this thing collectively, we can go down the road together and we can do great things. We can recreate Tulsa. We can create a city, a nation, and a world within. And, I know my time is about up here, but with that said, we're here. www.ihaveadreamhome. Go to the website, reach out. I have a calendar up there. You can contact me. You can talk to me. We can get together. We can do some great things. But I need you to understand who you are and what your role is in changing the circumstances for our community at large. We can't do it without each other. We can't do it as Lone Rangers. Again, we have the resources. We're not poor people. We're just broke. We're just broke. So let's stop being broke and let's put our money together and become the kings and queens that we are. Nothing wrong with being a king, nothing wrong with being a queen. And all that means is being majestic and ruling over something. And that don't mean somebody, that means something, ruling over the riches and the kingdoms that you can create and that you're going to leave for posterity's sake, to your family, to your children, to your grandchildren. We've been there, we've done that. Let's do it again. Let's create that which we know we can do. So I don't know what else to tell you. I hope you heard the message loud and clear. Invest in something other than yourself. Let's come together. Let's take our voting block. I built structures for that. It's like, let's build a nation within a nation, and let's take our voting block and go demand. Let's go demand like the gay community demands. The white community gets together and they go and they demand. There's no powerful force in the nation like the NRA, the National Rifle Association. They run a lot of stuff, but that's because, they own that Second Amendment and they have come together and they say, like they put their hands up and they say, we ain't backing down for nothing. And they demand and they get everything they come demanding. And, we kind of afraid a little bit, we think they might hit us upside the head with a billy club, but we'll deal with that too, So let's just get together and let's put our best foot forward and see what the end shall be. And I know that we have the ability, we have the intellect, we have the resources. We just don't have each other. So join us, www.ihaveadreamhome.gold. I'm going to say it again, www.ihaveadreamhome.gold. Join us. Sign up on my calendar, book a time for a one-on-one with me. Bring your $1,000. I need 5,000 of you to bring your $1,000. Put it in the coffer. Don't go in my pocket. It goes in the escrow account at Enterprise Bank and Trust. It's controlled by broker-dealers who got SEC, Security Exchange Commission, and FINRA, Financial Industry regulatory authority licenses. They're bonded. They have all the insurances and all the licenses in place to protect your money, to protect your interest, to protect our interests. We put it and did it like that because we're not robbers and thieves. Well, we are in one sense. We like Robin Hood. We want to steal from the rich and give to the poor, right? But we're not robbers and thieves. We just believe that there's enough resources that nobody should be suffering. Nobody should not be able to, especially if you have the ability to buy a home, you have a job, and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac say you're qualified, and yet you go out there and you knock on the doors and nobody opens the doors. You ask and you can't find, you seek, and and it's like, what's that? Like, okay, now you got to go with your hands up, and you got to go with your power source, which is collective consciousness, we the people. And when we the people show up, them doors open right up. Always has, always will. Go just study your history. When people show up, the doors open up. When one person show up, man, they take the door and move it around the corner. And you come back the next day, the building be gone. It's like, and then they tell you crazy. Say, there was no building here. What are you talking about? This always been a vacant lot. And you scratching your head, wondering like, and you ain't got nobody to look at to turn to find out, is you crazy or was there a building here yesterday? And it's like, and you walk away thinking you crazy because the building ain't there today. The door ain't there. They moved it around the corner. But if you had some other people, it's hard to make 10 people think they're crazy all at the same time. We saw the door. I saw the door. She saw the door. Everybody saw the door. Now we got to jack the person up, make them go get the door, bring it back, put it where it was. And that's what they're doing with the right to abortion. It's like they took the door, Roe v. Wade. They moved it, put it around the corner. Now some folks come and say, put that damn door back where it came from. That's all I'm talking about. It's like when you have a voting block, you can make them put the door back. I don't care what the door is that they moved. It wasn't theirs to move. So you can make them put it back, but you can't make it put it back. Yeah, can't no one person go up there and tell the Supreme Court or the Congress to put Roe versus Wade back where it was, before the Supreme Court overturned. There ain't nobody hearing that. Can't nobody hear you. You trumpet ain't loud enough. So you got to get some voices. So you be like a 4-part choir. Everybody in harmony. They got to be in harmony though. Can't have no bad out of tune voices. But then they won't hear you. You sound like a squeaky wheel. So you have to be in tune. You have to be in tune with each other. And when you're in tune with each other, that stuff come across, and it penetrates the heart sometimes too. Sometimes it penetrates the heart and make a person change their whole perspective. What they thought they was doing was right, they realized it was wrong and moved the door back because their heart changed. But you can't change a heart with no old scratchy sounding music. You got to have that music that sound like angels. You know what I'm talking about. Stuff that puts you to sleep at night sometimes. Or a choir, one of them heavenly gospel choirs. And they got to be in tune though, because when they got that one choir person that don't be in tune, everybody hear all you can hear is that one person. You can't hear the rest of the good song. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's our time to do some things and to stand in the gap for each other. And I'm gonna say it again. I don't know who's listening, but I know I'm telling. Go to www.ihaveadreamhome.gold, G-O-L-D. I have a dream home. You can't forget that. That's Dr. King, right? .gold, G-O-L-D. We use gold instead of .com. Well, we have a .com too, but we use gold in most of our, because we say, and I have a dream home, excuse me, the roads are paved with gold. This is a golden opportunity, for the community. And we believe that. So www.ihaveadreamhome.gold. And that's all I can tell you is to join us, join it. It's a movement, you know, and we simply, a movement is just, you know, some folks moving together in harmony for a cause, for a collective cause. That's all a movement is, with some principles in place that they know they're going to get the victory. You know, if you don't know you're going to get the victory, don't know how to get the victory, then that's a bunch of noise. And then that's when stuff goes awry. It doesn't go the way you expect it to go. But again, my father directed the civil rights movement for Dr. King, and they always won. And he taught me the science of nonviolence, and everything we ever went at, in every structure and every fight we ever had, going up against the powers to be, we undefeated. We never lose.
2,000 speakers who have
Sugar tea. Hey, I want to foremost, let's just.
All right, I'm back. So with that said, my time is up. I know they're going to come in. They're going to do some commercials. I'd like to thank Dr. Kelly and the Black Business Network for inviting me to speak again this month. I hope you had your ears on and that you heard. And they're going to do some commercials and get ready for the next speaker. In closing, go to www.ihaveadreamhome.gold and reach out to us and join us in the movement. Now, with that,
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you. Speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook. Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
Ladies, if you're a person who continually pours out, you won't want to miss this upcoming event. October 13, 14, and 15 at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Ocean City, Maryland, where we have a power-packed lineup of ladies who are going to pour into you. If you need to increase your impact, your influence, and your income, this is the event for you. Don't miss the power of sisterhood. These ladies coming from around the world to network and connect with you. Don't miss it. How do you get the information? Glad you asked. Go to barbarahsmith.com and click the link. All the details there. Don't miss Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance, October 13, 14, 15 at the beautiful Holiday Inn and Suites in Ocean City, Maryland. What you know and I know together can change the world. I want to see you there.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community? Yet other communities, their dollars last for 19 to 30 days.
The Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation. Yes, that's why we created the Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation is a centralized directory available to all black businesses across the world. It was created for businesses like you, the ones that want to start and the ones who have a dream that have already started, such as businesses like Drop in a Bucket Productions, Valito Foods, Sugar Tea Branding Firm, All the Dazzle, Bun Cakeaholic, Miss Riot, and you. We'll have marketing, seminars, and some funding coming soon just for you. So, we want you to come and join us. www.blackwallstreetnation.com. See you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to Black Business Network. My name is Spiritual Teak, and I'm your Black business moderator for this afternoon on Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, Black owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders around the world. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about businesses. I am pleased to present to you your next keynote address speaker, Ms. Kat Corchado. Kat is a national consultant and trainer with the Women's Veteran Network. She volunteered and was chosen as one of the original peer leaders with the Woven program in 2017. She's helped lead over 15 in-person and most recently online peer groups, and she did one of the first woven online peer leader trainings. She's an advocate and champion for all women veterans and helps them to navigate the transition process from active duty to civilian, which is why Woven was a perfect fit. Prior to her position with Woven, Kat retired from the USA Air Force at Charleston, AFBC, South Carolina, where she spent her entire career in communications and retired as a project manager in communications. Help me bring to the stage, Kat Corchado. Are we there? Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I had a little trouble with the button. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. It's the world of IT, but we're still going to make it happen, Kat. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing so well. Thank you for that great introduction. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who is here today. So you heard a little bit about how I volunteer for the Women Veterans Network because of my military service. But I'm going to do a little bit of a different introduction. So I am the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado. You already know I'm a proud military veteran, but I'm also the founder of Small Space Pilates. It's an online community where you can feel fit and fabulous and rediscover your fabulosity via online classes and videos. I'm also the host of the Sisters in Service podcast that features all military members, but specifically women, where we get to speak on the good and the bad and ugly, things that happen to us while we're in service and out of service. So today, I want to talk to you about the incredible benefits of starting an 11-minute exercise routine and how it can enhance your health and wellness. I know, 11 minutes, right? But I also want to tell you my fitness journey first. My fitness career started in the military. As a single mother, I needed some extra money to make it to the next pay period because contrary to popular belief, we don't get paid a whole lot of money. At each duty station, I would always find a fitness facility off the base, even though there was a gym on base. It was in 1984 that I was asked to take over a fitness class. Why me? I'm still not sure, but I do know I was the fitness geek who was always at the left or right of the instructor, in the front row, doing the moves just like the instructor. Yeah, I was that person. I have been privy to every fitness trend since then, including high and low impact aerobics and everything in between. I, of course, naturally progressed to personal training, but soon realized that personal trainers were a dime a dozen. So to stand out, I enrolled and became an apprentice in a Pilates program. So if you've done the math, you already know I've been in the fitness world for 39 years. So I look pretty good for 82, right? Okay, just joking. I'm not 82. I just turned 66. So my clients have included young adults, midlife adults, and older, pre and postnatal, and those that have missing limbs. I have had the pleasure of working with stroke victims, professional athletes, dancers, and Olympic hopefuls. My point in telling you this is that all of these people understood their why in starting and maintaining a fitness regimen. We all know that fitness is essential to our quality of life, and finding the time and motivation to exercise can sometimes be a challenge. Life can and will get in the way of not only your fitness goals, but all of your goals. So like any other goal in life, we find a way to overcome that obstacle, except when it comes to health, wellness, and fitness. So we start a fitness routine, right? Think New Year's resolutions. We write down all those things we want, and then we stop. It's hard. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I don't have the equipment. Pick a reason. So I want to ask you, what is your why for starting or stopping? Is it time? As in not enough, lack of equipment, or maybe not having a place to work out? Sometimes it's our own beliefs that get in our way. How many times have you heard this from your family? You know that blank, fill in the blank, high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever, runs in our family. So you start mentally to believe that this indeed will happen to you, right? What if I told you that your mindset, along with your health and wellness, could, in a lot of cases, delay or offset that preconceived condition? Now, having and maintaining a fitness routine can't and won't fix major illnesses. I'm not even going to go there. But things like diabetes, type 2, high blood pressure, etc., absolutely big fat yes. I had a conversation with a gentleman once who told me, why should I bother? I'm just going to die anyway. I pushed back a little by saying this. What if you had a stroke or a heart attack, but you didn't die, but you were unable to take care of yourself, and now your family, parents, children, etc., have to do that for you? Do you really want that for your family? He didn't give me an answer, but maybe I gave him something to think about. When we think of getting in shape, we think about fitting into a new outfit for an occasion or a vacation, or we think about how many pounds we want to lose. What if we just thought about being better about taking care of ourselves, making ourselves a priority? We prioritize everything else but us. Big old capital US. Think about it. We prioritize our jobs, our kids, our family, our spouse, our business. All I am asking for is 11 minutes of your time to start and or maintain a fitness routine. Now, I know you're wondering if 11 minutes is enough, but what if I told you that the hardest workout I have ever completed to date lasted 15 minutes? My workout started with a warm-up, not part of the 15 minutes, by the way, followed by 1 minute of squats, 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of lunges, and ab work. 1 minute rest, rinse, and repeat. Try it. I dare you. An 11-minute workout can be a game changer. First and foremost, let's discuss how starting an 11-minute exercise routine can enhance your health. We all know that regular physical activity has been proven to reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. By dedicating just 11 minutes of your time to exercise, you can significantly improve your cardiovascular health, strengthen your muscles, and boost your immune system. Now, I know everyone who's listening has 11 minutes, right? Now, let's tackle the other excuse, not knowing what to do exercise-wise or what is appropriate for your body. So this is where a personal trainer or online classes come into play. Rather than guessing about what you need exercise-wise, is time-consuming. It can lead you down the wrong path. Think of all the fitness things that have happened, and you tried it, it worked for a week or maybe not, and you just either gave it away or gave it to Goodwill or something happened with it. It's in a garage somewhere. A trainer can and will take into account your fitness level, your goals, and formulate an exercise regimen to fit your body right now. As a trainer, I have clients that I train online, and this is also an option if going to the gym is not an option for you. Some people still aren't going to the gym because of COVID and don't want to be a part of the gym. So if you're one of those people that think everyone's looking at you and you don't want to be there, do it online. I have many clients online, and it's a one-on-one. But if you're not into one-on-one, there are also many class formats online. The best way to know is to try. Many online sites have complimentary classes or a week of classes for you to try. Last but not least, our mindset can hold us back. You have to believe that you are worth the time to invest in yourself. We are all not comfortable with being uncomfortable. But if you look back on your life, I am sure there are times that were very challenging to you, but you overcame and are here to speak about it. Think about how uncomfortable it is starting and maintaining a business. Talk about being uncomfortable, learning things that you never learned before, putting yourself in an environment that you think, oh, good grief, I'm not going to make it. Oh, and by the way, you have to be healthy if you plan on your business being successful, because we all know entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. But why is fitness essential to our quality of life? Well, staying active not only improves our physical health, but also has a profound impact on our mental well-being. We have all heard or even witnessed in our own family or friends instances of early onset Alzheimer's or dementia. So when you work your body, you are also helping your brain. Engaging in regular exercise releases endorphins, also known as the feel-good hormones, which can help reduce stress, anxiety, and symptoms of depression. It can also improve our sleep patterns. Let me stop right there for a second. Let's talk about sleep. So we go out, we buy the most expensive bed, the pillows, all the bells and whistles and toys to help us sleep. But is it helping you? What we want to put in place is a sleep routine. Having a sleep routine can help us sleep better by signaling our brain that it's time to get ready for bed. I, for instance, use essential oils with a diffuser to help along with a sleep mask. Sometimes I use meditation and or something called binaural beats to help me sleep. Binaural beats work with your brain waves to increase your ability to go and to stay asleep. Exercise also helps increase our energy levels and enhance our overall mood and self-confidence. So let's dive into some types of activities that you can try doing your 11-minute workout routine. I would be remiss if I did not remind everyone to make sure you're cleared by your physician and or physical therapist to work out. There's nothing worse than starting a workout routine and then having an injury, and then you're backtracked even more. So when you get your clearance from your doctor or your physical therapist, you always start off slow. Because remember, it's not the activity, it's the recovery that's the problem. So I'm sure all of you could go out there and do high intensity workouts, but then it's going to take you a week or two to recover. We don't want that. I don't want that. Remember, the key is to find activities that you enjoy and that suit your fitness level. So you can start with a brisk walk with a friend or with your dog. People with pets usually are in better shape because you have to go outside with your dog and walk your dog. Well, you don't have to, but it's a good idea. You can also jog, which is a great way to get your heart rate up and improve your cardiovascular endurance. But jogging isn't necessarily where I would start. If you prefer something more intense, you can try high intensity interval training, also called HIIT. Now, don't get scared. HIIT workouts involve short bursts of intense exercise, followed by brief recovery periods. This type of workout can be done with body weight exercises like squats, push-ups, and burpees. And just a note here, and full transparency, I don't and never will do burpees. I don't like them. I won't do them. So there you go. or even with simple equipment like resistance bands or dumbbells. If you're looking for a low impact option, you can explore activities like yoga or Pilates, which focuses on flexibility, balance, and core strength. By the way, in Pilates, you don't have to be super flexible. You don't have to be a dancer. You don't have to be in sports. You just have to have a body that you want to work out. And it's a nice way to get started. It's a bridge. So think, for instance, anyone, or maybe some of you that are listening have had an injury. Maybe you were playing tennis, maybe you were a jogger, whatever your sport was, and you had an injury. You got cleared by your PT to continue, but there's this gap here. The gap is where your injury stopped, and here is your activity here. What do you do in between? What do you do to get over here? Pilates is that thing, because it's going to help you get stronger. So these exercises can help improve your posture, increase your range of motion, and promote relaxation and mindfulness. Additionally, if you enjoy dancing, try a quick dance routine or even join a virtual dance class. Dancing not only burns calories, but also allows you to express yourself creatively and have fun while exercising. If you're an entrepreneur, you already know that we sit a lot. I had a supervisor tell me when I was active duty that sitting too long makes you stupid. But think about it. What is the longest time you have been sitting? 1 hour, 2 or 3, back-to-back meetings? How does your body feel? And even more important, how's your brain functioning? So if you've been doing back-to-back meetings and someone calls you and says, hey, give us some information about whatever, how clearly can you think? Can you think of something? That's a sign that your body's been sitting way too long. Or maybe another sign is this: your body starts to hurt. Do you ever shift in your chair side to side? You're leaning forward, leaning back, trying to find a comfortable position. So what if you just took a short dance break in between meetings? Put on your favorite playlist and go for it. I can tell you that I have put this 11-minute workout into play, especially when I have back-to-back meetings with a short break in between. I live in a condo that has very long hallways, and you can bet that I make use of those hallways, walking up and down for 11 minutes, trying to get in as many steps as I can and as fast as I can with good and proper form. Starting an 11-minute exercise routine can have a tremendous impact on your health and wellness. So by dedicating a small portion of your day to physical activity, remember 11 minutes, you can enhance your cardiovascular health, boost your mental well-being, and improve your overall quality of life. And so remember to choose activities that you enjoy and that suit your fitness level right now. And most importantly, have fun while staying active. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're not having a good time doing it, why? So find something that you like to do. Now let's talk about the detrimental effects of not working out on our bodies. In our fast-paced modern lives, it's easy to neglect our physical well-being and prioritize other aspects of our lives. It's easy to just say, I'm supposed to work out today, but I'd rather go have drinks with friends. I'd rather go to the movies. I'd rather do whatever. The consequences of not engaging in regular physical activity can be severe and far-reaching. First and foremost, not working out can lead to weight gain and obesity. And when we don't exercise, our bodies don't burn as many calories, and any excess energy is stored as fat. Yeah, chew on that for a minute. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that after the age of 30, you can lose 3 to 8% of your muscle mass? Like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't seem like much. But if you consider that about half of our body is made up of muscle, then that number seems quite large. If you think about it, muscle mass helps our metabolism, which also helps us burn calories, lose weight, lose, all of that. So all of this ties in. Over time, this can lead to a significant increase in body weight, which in turn puts us at a higher risk for a myriad of health problems, including, like I said before, heart disease, diabetes, and joint issues. So I'm going to pause here because one of the reasons that I started working out was I was an athlete, and after high school, there really wasn't anything else to do. I did play sports in the military. The one thing I do remember is my mother hated sports and she did not work out at all. And I saw my mother yo-yo up and down. She would gain weight. And even at my very best, when I tried to get her to exercise, and I had bought her, okay, I'm going to go back, y'all, CDs. Remember those? I bought her a walking program on a CD for Christmas. And about a month later, I called her and asked her how it was going. And she said she hurt her knee, walking indoors, mind you. And so watching my mother, I knew what I didn't want health-wise. And now that I see my mother in her 80s, I'm so glad I started my fitness routine when I did. My mother is overweight. She has heart issues. Her brain cognitivity isn't what it should be. And I know that I don't want that. So when you start your routine, it's not about fitting into an outfit. It's not about losing weight. It can be. But also think about where you want to be 10, 20, 25 years from now. So not working out can have a negative impact on our cardiovascular health. Regular exercise helps to strengthen our heart and improve our blood circulation. So I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Without regular exercise, our heart muscles weaken, our blood vessels become less efficient at delivering oxygen and nutrients to our organs. And this can also lead to high blood pressure, increased risk of heart attacks and strokes, and overall reduced cardiovascular fitness. Again, this isn't news. You guys have heard this also. In addition to the physical effects, not working out can also take a toll on our mental well-being. Not working out can lead to a decline in muscle strength and flexibility. As we age, our muscles naturally weaken, and without regular exercise, this process can be accelerated. Weak muscles can make everyday tasks more challenging and increase the risks of falls and injuries. So think about getting up out of a chair. You get up, you get down, you take it for granted. What if you couldn't? And by the way, how many of you, when you do get up out of a chair, use your hands to help you up instead of using your legs? I just thought I'd toss that out there. Lack of exercise can cause our joints to become stiff and less mobile, leading to decreased range of motion and increased discomfort. So as we get older, we tend to think of our knees popping and creaking, or we get up in the morning, our back doesn't feel exactly the way it should. And we say, oh, I'm getting older. Are you? I mean, we are. As we sit here, we're getting older, but are you really going to put it on the fact that you're getting older? Or are you going to put it on the fact that maybe you're not moving as much as you should? So how well will you be able to move in the next 10 to 20 years? It's something to think about. Maybe you want to get on the floor and play with your grandkids. How many of you can get on the floor now and get up off the floor? So the getting down isn't the problem, it's the getting up. Physical activity is not only essential for our physical health, but for our social well-being. Engaging in fitness activities allows us to connect with others. We all need connection. Think about COVID, when we couldn't exchange ideas person to person, and we all got Zoom fatigue, or maybe we still have Zoom fatigue. But it helps build relationships. It helps to foster a sense of community. It provides us with a sense of accomplishment and boosts our self-esteem. Now, when you start working out, nothing is perfect. As my business coach tells me, messy is beautiful. Start messy. It can be one exercise a day and you add on. You're trying to increase your upper body strength and you don't have weights, do push-ups against the wall. I know. You think it's not a big deal. Try it. I will tell you right now that it's a little bit harder than you think. Start small and work your way up from there. But after your workout, no matter how hard your workout is, you get this sense of, whoa, I did it. And then you carry that energy, that boost of energy, that sense of accomplishment and self-esteem into everything else in your life. But it's specifically our business, our family, our friends. They start noticing, hey, you look different. You sound different. You're more upbeat. I tell my clients all the time how well they're doing. Oh, you're doing great. And they're like, oh, you're supposed to say that. No, I'm not supposed to say that. And I won't say it unless I feel it. But what I mean by good job is the fact that they came in with a positive attitude. They did the workout. They didn't complain. And we had a great time and a little bit of laughter along the way. Yeah, that's a good job. That's a job well done. And so when you do things like that, it starts to increase your metabolism. You start to feel good. You get on the scale, you notice, because your mind isn't on losing weight, you found that you've lost a couple pounds. And people start to notice, wow, you look great. The best compliment a woman can get is from another woman. God, your hair looks great. God, you look awesome. Where'd you get them shoes? You look fantastic. I can tell them all day long how great they are, how great they're doing. But when someone else notices, a family member, a friend, a colleague, a coworker, it seems to mean a little bit more. So in conclusion, the effects of not working out on our bodies are significant and wide-ranging. From weight gain, an increased risk of chronic diseases to decreased cardiovascular health and mental well-being. The consequences are undeniable, and it's crucial that we prioritize regular physical activity in our lives to maintain a healthy body and mind. So let's lace up our sneakers, hit the gym, or go for a run and reap the countless benefits that exercise has to offer. It doesn't have to hurt. It should always feel good. And if you have a trainer and it doesn't feel good, let your trainer know. I can always help people in giving you ideas on how to choose a trainer, because a lot of us choose people that look good, right? Well, that person has a great body. Let me ask them to train me. Just because someone looks good in the gym, all that means is that they're good at training their body. Okay. I've heard many horror stories of people who got someone who looked good and didn't know what they were doing, and the clients ended up getting hurt. It's real. So when you hire a personal trainer, or you want to hire a personal trainer, you should interview them, just like you would interview anyone else who may be watching your kids. You don't just grab anybody off the street. You're going to interview them, ask them certain questions. So certain things that you could ask a trainer is, are you available at the time and day that I want to train? How much are you for your sessions? Are you available on weekends? Have you worked with someone who maybe you have a knee injury, a back injury, maybe you've just had surgery? These are all major questions to ask. And so the other thing you can do is watch people. If you do go to the gym, watch trainers who are already training someone, because you'll see them in there working out with people. Are they on their phone doing this, are they yelling at them? And by the way, What kind of trainer do you want? Someone who yells at you, boot camp style? Yeah, not me. I'm not that person. Or do you want someone who's going to talk to you and be your coach and encourage you to be better, but also encourage you in a way that makes you feel like you've made accomplishments, that you're making strides? And if also nutrition is a big deal for you, that's something that you want to incorporate into your workout, find a trainer who has a nutrition background. Always ask a trainer what their certifications are. They might say things like IFFB, they might say NASM. And you go, okay, now ask them what it means. How long have they been certified? The other thing you can also do is how long have they been training? So if you're like me, I want someone who is in my age range, who's been doing it for a while. Like I said, I've been doing this for 39 years. I want someone who's been doing it long enough and understands my body, understands my nuances, understands the fact that I hate burpees and I'm not doing them. Someone that is your coach. So it's important to find out these things. And I don't know if any of you listening have ever asked these types of questions, but they're crucial to you being successful in your endeavor to work out. The worst thing you can do is just grab any trainer and you don't like them. They're not your flavor, so to speak, and not every trainer will be. And you just quit. So let's say, for instance, that you do get a trainer who's just not your flavor. It's okay to change. Tell them that they did a good job, but you need something a little bit more. Now, what you can do is if they say, look, give me another chance. Let me see if I can work this out. That's your choice. If you find that you really just are done, ask them to help you find another trainer. So when you do find your trainer, that new trainer, don't be hateful about the trainer you had. Just say it just didn't work out and you needed something a little bit more. And make sure you tell your whole story. The worst thing you can do is find a trainer and not give them all the information. I've taught classes where at the very last minute, someone said, oh, by the way, I just had back surgery. That's frightening to a trainer or even to someone teaching a class. So give them all the necessary information. You'll probably get a handout that you need to fill out. And it might seem tedious, but you need that information. Your trainer needs that information. If you're on medications, what types of meds, when are you taking them? So if you have heart medication, there's certain things that maybe you can't do. If you're diabetic, there are certain things that your trainer needs to know. But also celebrate your wins, the days in a row. Now, when I say celebrate wins, again, I know all y'all went to how much weight you lost. Think about stringing along a week or two of being on time for your workouts, whether they're online, in a class, or a meeting with your trainer. That's called accountability. We are all accountable, even in our business. We're accountable to our clients. We're accountable to other businesses. Be accountable to yourself. Put yourself on the hot seat and say, you know what? I'm going to be accountable to me. Because in the end, what's going to show up is you. People are going to say, wow, you look amazing. How long have you been working out? Which brings to mind, I don't know if you've ever seen this woman on social media. She started working out in her, when I say working out, probably weights. She was doing weight training and cardio at around 70. And if I tell you this woman, as of today, has an 8-pack abs, oh yeah. So every time I think of, I don't want to work out, and yes, it does happen to me too, I just say, you know what? I'm going to do 10 minutes. And here's the reason for that. If you're truly tired, you cannot do 10 minutes of anything. Walking, weight training, whatever. You're just going to, all you can think about is going to bed. Whatever you're doing, stop it and just rest. But you know what happens 95% of the time is that you end up feeling better. You start to clear that cloud in your head. And it's almost like your brain has been revved up, like it just got some juice. And you're ready to go again. So a lot of times when you say you're tired, you don't know if you're physically tired or mentally tired. And the only way to know is to actually start walking, start working out. And if you're truly tired, your body will let you know. And speaking of your body talks to you all the time. Remember all the sitting, shifting in your chair? Your body's talking to you. But if you want to be accountable, but for whatever reason, your body is not cooperating. And what I mean by that is, it's okay to be a little sore. If you are so sore that you can't move, that's a problem. But here's a fix. When you are sore like that, you want to do some gentle walking because your body builds up what's called lactic acid in the muscles. And it gets stuck in the muscles. And when that blood flow, that new blood flow from you walking starts to re-energize those muscles, and it helps that blood flow to release some of those toxins and for you to be able to feel better when you're working out. So I know I've talked a lot about things, stuff, fitness, wellness, things to do, things not to do. But what I want you to understand is that all of this is melded together. When you start to work out, you start to feel better. When you start to feel better, your chances of cardiovascular starts to decrease. Your muscle mass starts to increase. You start to burn calories. Your metabolism drives up. Do you see how this is building? So I wanted to talk about this because, and sometimes I feel like you guys have heard this and it's a broken record, but sometimes we need that little kick in the butt. And I'm just going to say it. I need it sometimes because I forget. It's easy when you have clients, but sometimes to put that information to your own life is harder. But also doing all of these things. And let me say this first. I don't want you to do all the things at once. Okay. If you're not walking, but you want to start walking, then start walking. And then start adding time. So if you do your 11 minutes, you like this piece of cake, you've been doing your 11 minutes 2 or 3 times a week, you think, let me up this a little bit. So you're going to increase slowly. So let's say you're doing 3 times a week, 11 minutes. Take one day and bump it up to like 15 minutes. And then do 11 minutes the next 2 days. And then keep doing that.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.